It's funny because like I made so much money during that point in my life, and I'm like, I don't have any of it anymore. So like maybe whoever's reading my book, don't do that. Don't do that because it's cool in the moment. Um if you're not smart with it, it doesn't matter. And you've just wasted a lot of time and you've just aged internally for literally nothing. How are we doing? Hello.
Welcome in. What's up? So when we did the pre-stream meeting here, you've acquired a new prop in your hands here. An adorable prop, I should add. My goodness, the cute little snoot on that oh my god, I'm dying.
So she's so sleepy. Okay, be good. Be
Fucking
good.
me. I am the cat. I am so sleepy.
I am sleepy.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Adorable. Your cat is adorable. What is your cat's name, by the way?
This is Eric. She's a girl cat, but her name is Eric.
Eric? Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's an Eric. It is an Eric. Oh my goodness.
Eric.
This might be one of the best opens we've had in the Connection show ever.
This is the content.
This is the fucking content. Exactly. Oh my god, the cat looks so. Eric looks content. Eric looks very content.
We'll see for how long. We'll see for how long.
Exactly.
Oh.
Maybe not for long.
Maybe not.
Hello, your bud egg. Welcome in, your bud egg. Egg, bud, my bud egg. What is your favorite color? And welcome to the stream. What brings you over here, and what is something interesting about you? We'd love to get to know about you. As you type that, we're going to start our first show of our first little game that we play on the show. And maybe you're new here, like our good friend, your Bud Egg, or Mr. Pulido, or Tim. You know what I mean? Maybe you've never been here before. Well, this is a game called Quick Questions. You might be like, what the heck? What is a quick question, and why are we playing it? Our Bud Egg. Yes, exactly. This is how you play it. Like I said, I like intros, so direct your beautiful eyes to the screen as we play the first intro for our first game, Quick Questions. Flex, the game is simple. We're not gonna throw you out in the one too hard. There's 3 rules to Quick Questions. The first one is that there's 10 questions. The second one is that you, the guest, are gonna have 60 seconds to answer every question. And number 3 is that chat is going to get to gamble channel points to guess if you, the guest, will beat the clock and under 1 minute. So we're gonna run a poll here. I'm gonna get Wolf to start up the poll here, or sorry, not the poll, the prediction here of whether or not you're going to beat the 60 seconds on the clock here. How you feeling your confidence is on this one here, Flex, going into this?
I'm feeling great. I feel, I don't know what kind of questions, but I feel like I have this.
You do have this.
We got to manifest that confidence.
You do. You got it. You got to. You got this though. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great things. You got a cat as a prop. There's no way you do this. You don't. This doesn't go well. There's no way. It's not possible. Alrighty, Wolf. How are we looking for this prediction here as we get it set up here? Chat, get your predictions ready. The prediction is ready to go. Get your predictions in here. Are we going to be beating the clock today? Yippers or nopers? Can we please get that prediction rolling? Oh my god, who just dropped 10k on nopers? Oh my god. The confidence is very wavering so far. Someone put in yippers. Okay, a couple people getting yippers. Okay. I want her to lift up Eric and say, Simba, please. I definitely. Hey, that number 2 beside your name there, Flim, doesn't look like you're a believer. Scott moment, definite Scott moment B, 100%. Alrighty, the polls are in. Don't look at my prediction badge. Scott, you have way too many points. Scares the shit out of me. Alrighty, so doubters, 100%. Exactly. Shoot them doubters that maybe don't choose violence, but you know, violence in chat only. How about that? Alrighty. I believe in not believing. All right. Well, Skeever, interesting take. Not gonna lie. All righty here. Let's get it started here. So, Flex, are you ready? You feeling ready? You feeling good?
Ready.
All righty.
Yep.
We're going to start, and I'm going to do one question. You do not have to give me a full answer for it. You just need to kind of give me like a key word or something towards it, and then we'll move on to the next one. I'll let you just explain after, just so you know. Alrighty. Chat, I need you to spam that love, please, if you are ready to harass Flex on every single answer that we have here, because we're going speed round here with these 60 seconds here. So please spam that love if you're ready. If you're ready to lightly annoy and poke fun at Flex, just to make Flex feel welcome here, because that's what we do here apparently. Awesome, love it. Good to see everyone's ready. Everyone's ready to harass. Love that. Everyone got their Flex pews in chat ready. Great. Alrighty. Flex, we are going to start right in 3, 2. I do it every time. The look of like. Exactly. Pause champs all around there, Tim. Exactly. All right, we have to do it to everyone. We do it to everyone, every single person. Please, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I fell for it. I fell for it.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I swear to God. Keisha. Hey. The chat's already like, we chose violence. Alrighty. For real this time, though. Sorry for the first one. I'm going to start the timer here, and as the timer starts, we are going to go one at a time here. Eric is like, peace, I'm out. I ain't watching this. She's like, see you later. Alrighty. Okay. 60 seconds going on the clock. Flex, what is your favorite word?
Sagittarius.
Oh my God, you're making me write that. What's your favorite food?
Tacos.
What is your favorite drink?
Mountain Dew.
What is your favorite number?
17.
What is your favorite movie?
Mad Max Fury Road, the new one.
What is your favorite memory?
Monkey bars.
What is your favorite vacation you ever taken?
Mexico.
What is your favorite animal?
It's a dog.
What is your favorite family tradition?
Easter.
What is your favorite gift you've ever received?
Squishmallow.
And that is the time. You are at 7 seconds left on the clock. 7 seconds on the clock, and we're still beating the time here. Congratulations. All right, here. Let's go through all of them. Can we please give out the big winners here of those of that time there, please? For yes, we actually did pass the 1 minute mark. Or sorry, the one under the 1 minute mark here. So Yippers wins. Oh my goodness, Tim getting 10K and Mr. Pulido getting 10K. Oh my goodness, that scares me a little bit. You guys
That's
have
my community.
That's my community. That scares me what you guys can do with that. Hi guys. I know you're new here. Please don't harass me. I don't think you would, but like please. My community is going to try and convince you to. However, please don't. Alrighty. Congratulations to those who won. Scott, sorry. Who's ready for ad time? Yeah. Really though. Oh my goodness. And it wouldn't even affect you because you have the you have turbo. So hey, that's great. All right, let's go through all these here. Favorite word of yours, you said was Sagittarius. What is with the guess and picking long ass words trying to get me to type or to write out right off the beginning? Why Sagittarius there, my good friend Flex?
I just think it sounds whimsical. I think it's just a fun word to say.
Whimsical, interesting. Okay, it's a fun word to say. Are you a Sagittarius?
I am not. Are you?
I am not. I'm close. I am a Capricorn, but I'm not quite.
I'm gonna pretend that I could tell. Yeah, you definitely seem like a Capricorn. Yeah, definitely.
Is this going to be the stream of Crystal Bitches? Because I feel like we're on the same wavelength with this like manifesting thing, and I'm like all my friends that I've seen, like I'm starting to see, like after like years of not seeing them, are all looking at me like, You manifest things? Okay, crystal bitch. All right.
Crystal.
Like I don't know, like that's where, like my friends to me. So I don't know. Like I'm all about it. I don't know. I think manifesting is a good way of life and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I don't know. So no
Can we get ones
crystals.
in chat if you're a crystal bitch, please? Can we get ones in chat
What's the
if you're
chat for a crystal bitch? Really though. Um you said your favorite food, which I heard you had some today from Taco Bell. It was tacos.
Yes.
Yes. What'd you
I
get from
just
Taco Bell today? What'd you get from Taco Bell today?
I did get 3 crunchy beef tacos. Just keep it simple.
Okay.
I don't, none of that Doritos stuff. I find that takes away from the processed meat of the Taco Bell taco. So you keep it simple.
Okay.
Do you partake in the Taco Bell?
In the Taco Bell. Sometimes do. I don't often. I'm more of a fan of just making it myself, which I know is not
Good for
like.
you.
Thank you,
Good for
thank you.
you.
I try an adult sometimes. What is happening in chat right now? Sorry, before we continue on this taco conversation, Tim, like crystal meth? No, Tim, where the fuck do you think you are? um, Tim, where the fuck do you think you are? This is Twitch
Damn.
2S. We don't talk about crystal meth here. I don't have any crystals, but I got my mom's essential oils. That's close enough, Kaisha.
That'll do. That'll do.
That'll do that.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, exactly. I want to talk about now. Hey, we're not sponsored, so unless someone's gonna get some money here, we ain't talking too much Taco Bell here, all right? They aren't that great, unless maybe they are. I don't know. Alrighty, and then you said your favorite drink, which I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but laugh. You said Mountain Dew. Is there a certain flavor of Mountain Dew, or are we basic bitch Mountain Dew?
I lied. I don't like Mountain Dew. I just thought about it when I said Taco Bell, and I feel like, like the Baja Blast. And I thought, like,
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
I
what
don't
is your
even-
actual favorite then?
What is my actual favorite
Yes.
drink? Oh man.
Baja Blast is fire.
Well, I do love apple juice. I won't lie.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
an apple juice bitch.
Oh my goodness! I need to introduce you to our last episode's person who's been Josh, who is he calls himself the Apple Lord. First off, yeah, owned a apple juice. Yeah, exactly. We still have some friends that have hung out with us since that stream. Yeah, exactly, Skeever, apple juice. And yeah, and Josh has actually had his own fruit bar or juice bar,
Oh my
juice bar.
God.
That's what it was that he used to have. And so I'll have to get you into, we'll have to create some friendships here on our Twitch friends here if you're like apple juice that much. And I think you might be the only person aside from Josh that has said they like apple juice as their favorite drink. Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting. Look at that. I'm glad he didn't say Mountain Dew or I'd have to bug you for the rest of the show. It's a good drink, don't get me wrong. It's just not. If it's your favorite, it says a lot about you.
I think it does. I think.
You said your favorite number was 17. Does that correlate to a date, a sports number? What does that meaning have to you of the number 17?
Oh, I feel like maybe like age 17 was where a lot of like stuff in my life just started moving and grooving. So I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. Like 17 is like a really monumental year of people's lives, and I feel like it was for me. So I feel like 17 kind of stuck with me.
Okay. What happened to 17? What makes 17 so special as an age thing here? Let's dive right into it.
I feel like because like 17, I like graduated high school and I went to college only for 4 months, but I went to college and like, college is always weird and
Hey, so that's about the same as the time that I went to university. So it took about 3 months, and I was like, see you later.
I'm gonna go. This was fun.
You're done.
You're
You said your favorite movie was Mad Max. I think you said Fury Road, the new one.
Yes.
So what makes Mad Max Fury Road your favorite movie all time?
Have you seen it?
I have not. No.
It's so good. I have it on DVD, even though I don't have anything that plays DVDs. Like, it was just I thought it was such a good movie. I saw it in theaters. I think I was 17 when I saw it in theaters.
Okay, so
And it's just like, recommend it. It's good.
We need to go back here a second. You bought a DVD, yet you don't have anything to play it on. Why?
I think I got the DVD for Christmas like many years ago, like when DVDs were more popular, and then I just carried it with me through my
Hey.
life.
Okay, so like it's a nostalgia thing. It makes sense.
You
I
know?
was like, you bought it. I thought you bought it, and I was like, okay, all right, sure. um, you said your favorite memories, and I looked at you funny this because I know there's a story here. There's got to be. You said your favorite memory was monkey bars.
I fell off monkey bars one time. I don't know if that
That's
was a favorite memory, but like it's one that sticks with me. Therefore, like it's a
fair.
powerful memory.
It's a powerful. Did you hurt yourself or injure yourself on the monkey bars? Flying off of them.
Not like a lot, just like my emotions and my pride, you know? It was embarrassing falling off the monkey bars in front of everyone.
I can imagine. I can
And that
imagine.
kind of like maybe that shaped my villain arc for the rest of my life, but I feel like it was horrifying.
Are you too putting lasers through what is it?
Through
Jewels or
jewelry.
something? Jewelry, yeah, exactly. Too.
Jewelry.
Is that your evil arc? You have two, you and Tim, just evil arcing friends.
Mine's not that cool. No, my villain arc is just it's a little lame right now, but I have I have time. I could ramp it up.
Just wait till like someone follows on YouTube or something, and your whole light setup goes red, and we're like, oh damn, the villain arc really deepens. um, the You said Mexico was the favorite vacation you ever taken. So where in Mexico did you go, and what makes it so special? Who went and what made it special?
Oh my God. So Mexico is really the only like real vacation I've gone on. It's the only time I've left the country. And I think I went when I was 17. Again, it was a grad trip. I don't know if you ever heard of S Trip because you're Canadian. So have you
Yeah,
ever heard
that's
of
right.
S
Yeah,
Trip?
yeah,
That
of
was
course.
like, I'm pretty sure that company got shut down. But for those who don't know S Trip, it's where they, it's a company that just gathers a lot of grads and puts them in a tropical place. And, what could go wrong
Yeah,
if you do
yeah,
that?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah. If you hear S Trip and
Oh my
a
God.
positive story, it's usually a bit of a surprise. So now I'm kind of interested to see if this is a positive story, or is
It
it?
was a great I saw an armadillo, it was Mexico, ate a lot of nacho cheese, like, it was a great time. We met some really cool people because like, they pick up groups from, like, different parts of the country, so there was a group from Winnipeg, my group from Ontario, and then a group from Montreal, so we all just became, like, friends, and it was so cute. And, like, I don't talk to anyone, but I still follow them on Instagram, and I see them, like, living their lives, but
See, I have this like, yeah, my memories of S Trip, and yeah, no, I'd be shocked at this point if they didn't shut it down. I didn't go to S Trip, just to be clear, but I knew a lot of people who did, and the stories that came out of S Trip were very interesting.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sure you didn't drink at all, being a minor and all. There's nothing, none of that.
I
No.
would never, never, a lot.
Um, the However, I will say, for those of you that are of age, and I mean, hey, this is supposed to be an 18 plus show, so I mean, you should be of age, is if you ever get the chance to go to Mexico and you can go in all inclusive, I would highly suggest it. Is probably one of the best vacations I've ever gone on because you get to relax, you get to drink, and you get to play in the sand. Like, come on, what more can you ask for? Like,
It was
come on.
fabulous.
You said the favorite animal. As your cat left you, you looked at the screen and you said dog.
Dog.
So my question for you here is, first off, are you sure?
No. I like dogs. I do.
Okay.
I find is there anyone who doesn't like dogs? Tell me now. Out yourself.
Yes, and we can ban you from the stream.
Mhm, mhm.
So would you still stick with dogs, or would you say cat?
I do enjoy cats. I wouldn't say they're my favorite. I wouldn't say dogs are my favorite either. I
Oh.
I think right now, like I really enjoy llamas. Anyone from my stream knows I had like a llama thing for a while. I find they're whimsical. I find they're fun. Like you
Are you
don't
sure
see them a
whimsical
lot,
isn't your
so
favorite word? I feel like I've heard this a couple times now. It's a great word too.
but I
Okay.
think like llamas are a good one. We actually have a goal on my stream. Sorry, I'm gonna self promo for a second. We
You
have a
go
goal
for
on
it.
my stream at 3,000 followers. We're gonna go to like there's a llama sanctuary near where I live, and we're gonna do like an IRL stream at the llama sanctuary, and
Awesome. Yo, hey, that'll be a stream to watch. Hey,
Mm.
I'm all for like creators like breaking the norm of like of like what they do on stream or like just completely what everyone else does. I'm all for it. Like, I don't know if you saw, this has been all over my Twitter, all over my Instagram today, this morning. Was this kid in Germany who has a
Oh
rave
my god.
every single time he
Oh
hits
my
has a
god.
kill. It is the craziest. This kid has a flamethrower in his house. Like
What is going on in Germany right now? Like the kid is 14. That's all I'm seeing is that kid
right?
as well. And like I'm scared.
Yeah, so I'm all about breaking the norm. It was badass though, Tim. I agree. No, it's definitely an interesting stream idea. I'll give him that. And so yeah, no, but yeah, no, I think it's always like interesting to break the norm, whether it's going out to a llama farm or it's setting your house on fire with a flamethrower. You never know.
You know,
Cages, welcome in. Good to see
content.
you. Sorry.
All for the sake of content. Do it for the
Exactly.
content.
Yeah, if you burn down your house, well, hey, you know what I mean? I almost did it with my first cooking stream. It fucking happens. You know what I mean? So,
What were you cooking?
chicken.
Oh.
Very gourmet, I know.
Oh,
I think we did chicken, potatoes, and we did corn on that stream.
oh,
And it was
delicious.
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Hey, just welcome in, by the way. What is your favorite color? I know this is hi, what's your favorite color? Hi, I'm Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? Well, that's a question of the day, by the way, Cages. I'm just not just randomly, but you know. It was an adventure. It was an adventure, Tony. You are definitely correct. The whole time chat was like, oh my god, this is the last time we're gonna see you because you're going to burn my house down or your house down. Practice community saved my life before a baking situation. Wait, I
Yes.
heard about this. I've heard about
Yes.
this. Is that you're gonna mix two things that would make like some sort of chemical? Is that correct?
She was gonna like bake super glue or something.
That's what it
I
was.
think.
Or yeah,
And it
yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
make like mustard gas. I don't remember, but she was.
That is Haley's. That's Haley's billet arc there. I was gonna bake Gorilla Glue. Oh my goodness. What is with those Ontarians and their Gorilla Glue? That's my question. Isn't that same girl who like glued her like wig through her head or something out from Toronto or something too?
Yep,
What
yep,
is with
yep.
those Ontarians with the Gorilla Glue? Huh, Haley? Tell me. Sounds delicious. um,
Gourmet.
Key says dark gray, or we're actually talking colors. Probably sage green. Okay,
Ooh,
interesting.
sage green's a good color.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh,
That's
my
a good
dogs
one.
chase me, and now I'm stuck outside. They're so hyper in the morning. Kaisha, oh my goodness, Kaisha's getting some exercise. And Gorilla Glue is epic in his life. Oh my goodness, Haley. And then you said your favorite family tradition, which is coming up here in Canada, is Easter. What makes Easter so special in your family?
It's like when we were younger, you know, my mom especially would try to do like little things to just like make us happy, and I find like the couple of Easter eggs around the house would always be like a core memory and stuff like that. And she always like whenever I see her around Easter time, she always puts together a little basket of way too much chocolate and like a lot of like little stuffed toys and stuff like that. Like my mom is so cute. And so I feel like she's really good at holidays, and whenever I get to see her and she just I feel like me and my client were talking about this. My mom's love language is definitely gifts because she'll just give me anything and everything she can find around the house. She's like, "Here, take everything." So holidays and like Easter's a big one for that for her. She's so sweet.
Here's this rock I've had on the counter for 5 years.
Mhm,
Here you go.
mhm.
This is yours.
You can have it.
You're like, I didn't want your pet rock, Mom,
Okay.
but I guess we're taking it. Oh, I will say is I think my mom is probably about the same. She's the same way where it's like, here, have this, have that, have this, and so and does holidays very, very well. I will give that.
Very well.
Mama Lisa, I know you're in chat. I know you hear this. You do holidays well. I will tip my hat to you on that one. Um, and then the final one, you said the favorite gift you've ever received was a Squishmallow, or looking behind you, maybe 20?
Maybe.
So who is this Squishmallow given to you by, and what makes it so special?
Okay, I'm gonna show you. Hold
Of
on.
course.
It was this one.
Aw.
This one's it's a little chicken. I don't know why he's just like he's whimsical. Look at him. He's
Whimsical.
so
There it is
sweet.
again.
There it is. It was actually it was your bud egg. It's actually he's my roommate. No, I'm just kidding. He's my partner.
Aw.
Um and he gave this to me for Valentine's Day, perhaps. I don't remember what holiday, but it was just like it was just like in a bag with like no wrapping paper or anything. I just opened the bag and like this was in it, and it just
Aw.
like just
Japan.
look at how stupid it looks. Like
It's
I
very
love
cute.
it.
It's very cute. It's adorable. Whimsical sight indeed. Exactly, Kaisha.
Indeed.
Exactly. And very indeed.
Mhm.
Comfiest room ever. Andy, I agree. I'm about to hire Flex to come and like redo all my lighting in my stream. I swear. It is you have the most unique room I have ever seen. Like
Thank you.
there is so much interesting shit going on in your stream room. Like everywhere I look, there's something else to look at. And like it's not like, oh my god, there's garbage. It's like, oh my god, there's like something that's very like interesting to look at.
Thank you.
Is this just a stream room like or like an office space or what is this?
Yeah, this is just my computer space and like my little hangout space. I sleep in a designated sleeping area, but this is just where I like this is my space, which is really cool, really important to me.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. The lighting in here is just amazing. True. No, Bren, you hired to curate a stuffed animal collection. Hey, Andy, we already got a good stuffed animal collection here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
We got the Bren Bear exclamation mark merch. They are restocked finally. There is finally Bren Bears active there in the merch store. They probably won't last long, so you might want to go get yours soon if you're deciding that you want a Bren Bear, because last time they were sold out for like 3 months there. So I mean, let's not forget the bread. Let's not Andy forget about the bread. Let's not, Andy, forget about the bread. About the bread. There's also like I also have like the reversible octopus, but it is not in arm's reach. So I mean,
I have one too.
wait, is it blue and purple?
It is.
We have the same fucking one, and it's like it's a big one too, isn't it? It's like the big ass one too. Oh my god, same brain cell. We share.
We do. We have one brain cell.
Alrighty, I'm going. Actually, I'll cuddle this. That works.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's
Chat. Grab your stuffies. Grab your stuffies, and let's hang out and have a good time here. Mine's a rainbow octopus. Any twinsies? Oh, yo, that may be a hard one to find there, Wolf. No, definitely the like I said, there's so much going on here. Kaisha, I definitely agree that I'm new and I'm trying. Hilarious. Where'd you get that from, by the way?
You'll never guess where I got it from. You'll never guess.
The store or the restaurant?
I did get it from
Really?
I did get it from McDonald's in my time that I served there.
How long was your oh my goodness, what do they call it in the army? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like my
Oh, I can't think of it. Oh, how long was your what was
my
it?
sentence?
Your tenure, yeah, your term, yeah, I guess so. The term,
My
your tenure,
term.
your service. Yeah, how long was your service? Oh my goodness.
When did I work there? I worked there for I think 2 years. I think in total, I worked for 2 years. Yep, that was a time in my life.
So I'm thinking about doing something here. It was wait, the McDonald's group, yeah. See, this is my thing here, and I was talking to Chad about this for a little while too. Is I just quit my job, and you'll never believe where I used to work. For 8 years of my life, we shared a similar occupation.
Do tell. Elaborate.
I too actually worked at Ronald's Fun Factory for 8 years of my life and worked my way up there quite high up. And chat actually doesn't know this. This is the first time I've actually ever said this on stream. I've kept it very quiet on stream, just not to mingle with those. I'm tightly gripping Bren Bear right now as I say this. But I no longer work for the company or have any association for them. So technically, I am free to talk about what I would like to talk about now. And I
Spill that tea.
And
yes.
So that's what I'm thinking. I might do an AMA on this because I worked for them for so long, as well as I worked up to like a high ranks in the company. And so like I know some little secrets after being there for 8 years that I think people might find interesting. However, why I'm so interested in your pin is I've never ever seen that pin before in my 8 years of service there. My term, my 8-year term.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
You ever see these?
I
Finally.
I have a plaque that has my tenure there. Good job, by the way.
Oh my god. I
not
had
ducks in
the
there.
like the 2-year pin, like cuz you know how you collect all the pins on your
Yeah.
hat? I still have all my pins. These are I show these to everyone. I'm so like weirdly proud of them. These are my employee of the month plaques.
It's something to be proud of. It's definitely something to be proud of. Are they both from QSC? They're both QSC, aren't they?
They sure are.
Yeah.
QSC and V, baby.
So how high up were you just crew there, or did you go up the ranks at all, or what? How far did you make it in?
I had the manager training and everything, but I never actually like I had a code and everything, but I never became like I never wore the tie or like the striped shirt, just because like that was a lot of bullshit that I didn't want to go through. So I went and I got all the training. They paid for my first aid and they paid for all my food handling and like everything, and I was just like, I don't want to do it.
Hey Tim. Hey Tim. Just not what I meant.
True.
Not what I meant. Just ouch. Don't ruin chicken nuggets for me. Hey, I will say, Tim, first off, where do you live? That's maybe the first question. But I know McDonald's Canada. I don't know about the rest of the world Canada. I will say though, one thing I will add, and this would be like a little hint towards the McDonald's AMA, or I worked at McDonald's for 8 years. Ask me anything. Is I will say is in Canada, the food there is not terrible. It's probably the same stuff you could buy at a grocery store. Yeah, like it's all very similar stuff. There's nothing that's like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? Like, yeah, no, it's pretty chill, and that's it's like I said, I don't represent the company. I can say whatever I want at this point, but it's pretty. America's the only bad one. I don't even know about that, but I mean maybe. The thing is, I don't know, so I can't speak on it. But I can, yeah, I just know McDonald's Canada really well. Don't come for me. But yeah, I wonder if I can find one of those pins online, because I think that's hilarious. I'm new and I'm trying.
I wore this thing for like 6 months. This thing was like my armor when I first started. So like even like 6 months later, when I would screw something up, I'd be like, I'm sorry, it's my first day.
Wearing the Badger's shirt, you're like, oh my god, I'm sorry, it's my first day. You're crazy. I wear this tie and this button. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, maybe we'll do an AMA. Maybe I'll put it up on Twitter and see what people think, and maybe we'll do that as a Just Chatting stream when I kind of go back to doing some more Just Chatting stuff. But definitely an interesting quick questions there. You congratulations on beating the clock there. We do have some questions, or a question at least. Maybe we might have more by the time I ask it, from the audience. And the first one comes from Donovan. And Donovan asks, oh my goodness. This question, by the way, goes everyone gets this question, and you don't get to escape without it either. This is a 3-part question, and you're probably going to be asking yourself, why am I here after we ask these questions here? This is the toilet paper question. As I said, everyone gets this question here. There is this question has grown legs, unfortunately. So there's 3 questions assigned to this now, and sometimes they get even more than that. But the first question I have for you is toilet paper. Flex, over or under?
Easy question. It goes over.
Okay.
It goes over so that it's not touching the wall, so that it's far, there's space, it's easily accessible. You're not touching the dusty ass wall with the toilet paper that's gonna go to your places. Okay? Walls are typically cold. I don't want a cold wall near my toilet paper. Okay? Does anyone disagree?
Fucking clip it, chat. Clip it, chat, so we can ban you. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. We will, for this one, we will allow unders. However, we will all look at you funny. So let's go. Yes, I'm glad that Mr. Pulido.
Oh, that's nice.
That name?
That's good stuff.
That name? Yeah. It's all right. It's, you know.
Wow. You're getting a follow from me, friend.
Jesus. Oh no, Tim. No. Oh my goodness.
Can we get a shout out for Brent's feet pics,
Can we not? Oh, yikes. Hi, Brent's feet pics. How are you today? um, what's it called? As Tim and Mr. Pulido say, what's it called? Over easy. I'm glad our new friends aren't psychopaths. It's great. Thanks, Wolf, for the you know. Thank you for the raid slash the host Brent's V picks.
Thank you so much.
For those of you that don't know, that's a meme account. It's not an actual account. I mean, you can follow it, but there's probably not much going on there. I haven't even checked it out. Is there anything going on there? If there is, can you let me know? Aside from my stream, there's nothing. I don't think. No. Yeah, that's probably good. Just for you, boo. Thanks. Making me blush in front of all my new friends. Great, love that. I'll get some stuff going for next week. Okay. All right.
Excellent.
And thanks to the rest of you who have hosted as well. I see Renee in there, as well as Gub, Tim, Super, Prince V Picks, and Wolf.
Prince V Picks.
Exactly. However, the next question of the toilet paper Sega of questions is: when we're wiping, are we scrunching or are we folding?
Oh, I'm a folder. I fold. I don't scrunch. I don't know what that says about me or you as a person, but I'm I'm a folder.
It says that you're a smart person and you don't take you don't like to live on the edge too much, which is okay. It's good. You're a safe person and yeah, no, you 2 out of 2, by the way. 2 for 2. You're 2 for 2 right now, which is you're doing great. And the third one, let's see. Can we fumble the bag now or are we gonna be all right? When we're wiping, Flex, are we going front to back or back to front?
Okay, so I don't know if it differs for people with penises, but people who don't have penises need to go front to back because of safety.
Safety. Could you explain? Explain, Flex?
It's the safest.
Really? See, you're getting to that point where you're like, why the fuck am I here?
I think front to back, I think. What do we think, chat? I'm looking at you.
I'm like, hello, Mooncake. Welcome in.
Yes. So this is a Wendy's.
Oh, Mr. Pulido, you fit right in. I was not expecting to hear the question premise with when we're wiping today. Yeah, when Flex went, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on Brendan's podcast. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm about mental health and on human connections. So I know, how do you wipe your ass?
How do you wipe your asshole?
I don't know. What's it called? For hygiene. But so germs don't go where they shouldn't. Hey, that's Mooncake. Smart. You a smart one, Mooncake. But they that is true. So yes, Flex, congratulations. You went 3 for 3 there, my friend. A good start to the stream. You've beat quick questions. You've powered through the toilet paper questions, which, by the way, you can really get to know about a person about the way they wipe their ass. How damn, you're just flying through this. Talk about a great guest on the show so far. Let's put this. I need to be recognized more often. Mooncake, do you not feel validated here, Mooncake? Because Mooncake, we love you. I hope you know that.
I see you, Mooncake. I see you.
I see you, Mooncake 8502. I see you. Mooncake, by the way, I have a question for you, Mooncake. What is your favorite color? That's what I would like to know.
Tell us, Mooncake.
Tell us. We notice you. We recognize you. Now we need you to recognize us and tell us.
Your opinion is valid. Your answer
blue.
is valid.
Interesting. Blue. What kind of blue? Are we talking like a light blue? We're talking a dark blue? What are we talking? And anyone who has gotten here and who hasn't answered our question of the day, which is, what is your favorite color? We'd love to know. However, Flex, we got into the point of the show where I get to ask some questions. Chat, if you have any more questions. Oh, actually, oh my God. Why do I always do this, Wolf? Wolf is like, what the fuck, my question? I always do this. I don't know why. It's not even a bit at this point. It's just me being an idiot.
Or guy.
Really though. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like a teal blue. Okay. Alrighty. If you have any more questions, chat, feel free to ask them, whether it's to me, whether it is to Flex. Feel free to put them in there. Make sure you use the channel point just so we don't miss it, or like I do with every single time with Wolf. See, Wolf, I didn't miss it because I actually looked over before you said my question, and I saw that you had asked the question. And Wolf asks, how did you get your username / gamer tag, and what was your first username / gamer tag?
Okay. All right. Buckle up, kiddos. Buckle up. This, I feel like this answer has like layers. Okay, so I'm gonna take us back. We're gonna take us back to like
So excited. Let's go.
To the pandemic. Okay, so I first joined Twitch during the pandemic. It was actually my partner who started streaming first, and I got an account to like be one of his 3 so he could get affiliate. So during the pandemic, I picked up the hobby of houseplants. So like I feel like a lot of people did this. Like you started buying plants and taking care of plants and like taking care of living things. So I became the plant lady. So my first username on Twitch was actually Plant Baby Amy, which is my name, which was really cute. It was actually a really cute account, Plant Baby Amy. I didn't do anything with it. It was just like a viewer account. So I was a houseplant person. I was already a personal trainer at the time. And so when I had quit my job at the commercial gym to start my own business, I was like, what do we want to call it? And I started calling it FlexAndFlora. And the reason that I called it FlexAndFlora is because of the fact of like, when you get a house plant, right? Like you can like, when you get a house plant, you're going to research that plant. You're going to figure out how to make that plant thrive. You're going to figure out what the plant doesn't like. Like you're going to put a lot of care and time into this plant. And even if like you have 2 of the exact same plant, they might not like the same things, right? Like plants are even if they come from like the same seed, like they could be very, very different depending on like circumstance and whatnot. And I find that like clients are the same thing. Like when you have a client and they come to you with like their goals and their issues and whatnot, you're going to like, you're going to research like what they need and you're going to provide for them and you're going to create like the circumstances that they need. You're not just going to like give them the same treatment as a similar client because they could have like the same goals or the same injuries, but need to be treated completely different. So that's why like I connected houseplants with training people in the gym, and like FlexAndFlora became my business name, and then it became like my username.
Interesting.
So that was the story. That was a lot.
Okay, so your first was that your first username? What was the
Plant Baby Amy was my first ever username.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Mooncake! Thank you so much for the 600 bits. Really notice you now. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Mooncake, for the 600 biddies. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. My goodness, Mooncake, you just come in here and just spread that love so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness, you're the bits leader #1. Let's go. Taking that #1 from the start. Let's go. Take that #1. You deserve it. You deserve a crown too, Mooncake. I love you. You've been seen.
I see you.
I see you. Sorry, were you saying that your first it was your first one, right? Or
yeah, Plant Baby Me was my first one, and then FlexAndFlora became like much later.
Okay. You've only had like really like kind of 2 names. Is that what you're saying, or is there
within like the Twitch sphere? I've had the 2 names, and then there's like the random usernames. Like
no, that's what we want. We want the random ones that are like the early days one. Like what was the first email maybe don't add email address, but what is your like?
Absolutely not. My are there any adults here that use Snapchat? If you are an adult who uses Snapchat, we have to talk about that. Why are you still using? No, I'm gonna end this call. This interview is done. Why? Tell me about that. Why do you use Snapchat?
Are you my therapist? No,
yeah, suddenly I'm interviewing you.
Oh, hey. This, to be fair, you can flip the questions on me at any point you'd like. You can ask any questions you'd like, so I will honor that. So why I use? Oh my goodness, Tim, I'll get to you in a second. Wait, that was to me or to our guest? Because you asked the guest that, but I mean, hey, maybe it is a guest. Okay, well, we'll get to you in a second, Tim. Don't you worry. However, Brent's gonna send his news somehow. Andy, stop. What's it called? The fuck is happening? Okay, so pause, chat. Okay, she has that. I got you. Chat, breathe, because I need to. So Snapchat. Why do I use Snapchat? Well, first off, I didn't use Snapchat for a long bridge, yikes. I didn't use Snapchat for a long time. Chat will be wilding today. Hi Emily. What's it called? So Snapchat I didn't really use for like a long time. Like I really didn't use it at all. And then I don't know, for some reason, I think it was actually Vampa, one of our good friends of the stream, who kind of got me back into it, because Vampa was using it. I thought it was just like, I use it ironically, more or less, as like the old person who uses Snapchat. And now, unfortunately, I unironically use it as an old person that uses Snapchat. I still don't fully understand it. Like I do have a theory that Snapchat is going to have a comeback. I don't know why, but I see a lot of people using it again, which I thought was like, it was dead. And now a lot of people my age using it. By the way, how old are you, Flex?
Take a guess.
I don't like this game.
I love this game.
I can tell. Bro, my parents use Snapchat. Damn, your parents fucking woke.
Mooncake.
Yo, you some woke ass parents, Mooncake. It's so bad. Dangerous. It is a dangerous game, Tim. I feel like you're gonna be younger than this, but I'm gonna go with what my heart's saying. I'm gonna say you're 22 years old.
What do we think, chat? What do we think? What do we think, chat?
I'm just gonna sit on this fire here right here while you just chat decides here.
What do you think, chat? 22. Your heart is telling you younger than 22.
We're going higher or lower. I think 22. I'm gonna go with 22, but I feel like it's just might be a little bit lower than that. We're playing higher or lower, chat? Actually, Wolf, can we get a poll in chat? Can we do higher or lower?
Can we get a poll, please?
I won't make chat suffer through the same things that I have to go through and do higher or lower. Can we do higher or lower here? 22 higher or lower for Flex? And then we'd also have people who actually know. Tim, shut the fuck up. Then again, like, keep in mind, we played this game last time too, and I was like terribly wrong too. So I mean,
is your track record like not good for guessing ages? Like, would you be a terrible bartender? And,
in person,
like,
I'm good.
Who to ID?
Yeah, yeah. In person, I'm actually fairly decent. Over the internet, I suck. I really suck at it. I'm really terrible at this. Wolf, how's that poll looking? I feel like Wolf is there. We go. 420 or lower? 420. Higher or lower?
Oh, higher.
Fuck. You got a good one. You got a good one. All right, higher or lower, chat? I need it in chat. We got higher's in chat. Okay. 22 or lower. 22 or lower. Oh, we should have added one that was like bang 22. On. We should get 22. That's all right. That was my bad. That's my bad. My bad, chat. My bad.
Is it your first day? Is it your first time doing
yes. I'm fucking new to this. What is streaming? A lot of people saying higher. A lot of people saying higher. Oh, someone's saying lower though. Got a 5-to-1 little ratio going on here. So higher to lower.
Is that a sympathy vote?
Sympathy. It's actually me. I'm regretting my first decision. See, I'm also going off of the age of Haley too. That's also playing a part in this too, because I know how old Haley is. I also like consider myself to be like the grandfather of Twitch here. Being a 25-year-old on Twitch. So I mean, hey, if I have some friends that are more closer to my age, like our good friend Andy Righteous, who's a fucking dinosaur at this time. He's 25. He's not that old. I'm 25 too. Let's go. But that's the only reason I'm allowed to say that, chat. But what's going on? So I mean, I'm kind of hoping that it's higher, because then I mean that we might be able to relate on more things. And
I mean, maybe, but you just said that people who are 25 are dinosaurs and grandpas.
I mean,
boomers.
I'm not exactly the fucking greatest with technology anymore. I thought I was a little bit woke. Boomer Bren, thanks, Wolf. What's it called? And I'm not as good. You're 37, Tim. I need you in the Discord, and I need some photos right meow. Tim didn't
know what Tim looks like, and I like to imagine him as a different person every day.
That's a weird comment.
No, I don't, Tim. I don't.
Yes, I would love to see what Tim actually looks like, and see if I wish I would have seen Tim before that 30s Club here. Mr. Pool. Okay, your friends are in the 30 Club. How old are you?
I am 24. I will be 25 in October.
We get into the dinosaur age.
Thank you for that. Thank you for this. I'm gonna walk away from this feeling refreshed.
You're gonna get. I know Haley's gonna get a message. You're like, why the fuck? What did you tell me to go on this? You said 24. You did say 24,
You
Mooncake.
did,
I saw
Mooncake.
you. I saw you. We noticed you. You did say it.
Mooncake. Mooncake is stepping up today.
Really though. Oh my goodness. Hey, Mooncake, hats off to you. 24, you said it. I'm okay with my guess of 22. I'm okay with that. Glad I didn't go much lower. I think it would have been kind of just getting to the point of weird. I knew you were over the age of 18. I did know that, or I wouldn't have had you on connections. That is the requirement for connections. So I mean, I knew that far. And then again, it's after 18, it really just becomes a number. It's how many times you floated on this rock around the sun at that point. And so
big floaty rock, big rock floating.
So what are we talking? What birth date are we talking here? We're talking crystal bitch stuff. What sign are we? What month are we? Where are we at here, girl?
No.
This is just us girls here.
I'm a Libra, obviously.
Obviously, I could totally tell.
I am a Libra. I am. My birthday's October 4th. I was born on a Saturday. That's what I know. That's it.
Where were the stars? No.
I think, in all honesty, I'm like, I think someone told me I'm like a something. Am I a Libra rising with a something moon, something or other? Mooncake will probably know. Mooncake knows everything.
Mooncake knows the moons, I've heard. So
Mooncake knows the moons.
And your age apparently. So okay, all right. You're the second, Mr. Padulio? Interesting.
Me and Pluto are gonna have a birthday party. I've decided.
Hey, I'll be there. I'll bring my party hat. I'll bring this my happy birthday party hat that I have here.
Oh my goodness, is that from the Dollarama?
Yes. Don't help me like that.
No,
but... Why? How do you know that, huh? Wow. Who knew that I was doing research on our guest and our guest was doing research on me? This is above my pay grade. This is above my pay grade. Wait, crystals. Emily, have fun at therapy. We'll talk to you later. Emily,
please.
Yeah, Emily, please. Emily is a good friend of mine, but also is the crystal bitch, and I bug her for it. I bug her for it a lot, because it's funny to me. Sorry for outing you, Emily. Have fun at therapy. What's it called? I have some questions here before we go into the break. We've gone a little bit further than we usually do before we take our first break, but that's okay. We're having fun. Flex, what made you want to begin streaming? What was the thing that made you press that go live button for the first time ever?
Trying to think. Like, I get asked this question all the time, and I never have an answer for it. It was like, so when I learned about streaming, like I said, from my partner, because I had never heard of Twitch really before he started telling me about it, and he tried it. And then I don't remember if it was specifically someone telling me, like, hey, you'd be good at this, or if I was just like, maybe I should try it. He tried it. He didn't love it, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll try it. I like attention. I like.
Don't we all? Anyone
right?
who's in the space.
That's all like, this is.
Please notice me.
Notice me. Like, I don't know. I think that's. I like talking to people, and I think that's why I was just kind of like, hey, I did what everyone did. I'll try it and see what happens. I don't have big expectations with it, but I tried it and I liked it, and here we are.
That kind of fuck around and find out kind of vibes. Yeah. I get you. I feel you. Yeah, that's
fuck around, found out.
It's true. And hey, I think you found out a definitely an interesting niche here, I will say, and what you've kind of done. And watching my first stream of yours, funny enough, was your audition for Next Top Streamer in the top 16, which was definitely an interesting stream to watch. And I will say you put on a hell of a show. You put on a very interesting show. God. I cannot believe they cut you off of that kind of show. But I mean, hey. I got on connections, so I mean, hey.
Everything
happens for a reason, so I'm saying manifested this.
That's all I'm saying.
We manifested a good thing on someone's show, and maybe it wasn't next top streamer. Maybe it's a streamer who is a lot lower than that, but that's okay.
But that's okay. That's just for now. It's temporary.
Exactly. The other question I have for you is, first off, do you know what TLDR means?
Yes.
Thank God, because I've had a couple guests that have just no idea. Behavior, I'm looking at you. The my question to you is, what is the TLDR version of your life? What are these little pieces and pockets that make up your life leading up to the flex that before the McDonald days, the first memories, all the way into the little kind of things that go into the flex that we know and love on FlexAndFlora or TTV slash FlexAndFlora. What is that kind of upbringing look like?
Oh my God. How like condensed are we going? If
We
I
don't
had
have to.
known, I would have made a PowerPoint. Like if I had known.
Yo, you will come prepared. Yeah, I mean, hey, as it doesn't have to be condensed at all. It can be as long as you want as possible. It's all totally up to you. I just want to know those little stories that kind of make up what you are. Maybe don't go into deep detail, but just kind of give us a little bullet points on kind of where the come up of flex looks like.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. Okay, so I'm like a summary of my life. Let me think. I've got a sister. I've got a mom and a dad. I grew up in a very, very small town where there was not a lot of like, there's not a lot of diversity. There was not a lot of like, not a lot of interesting people. Like it was just very like a small hick town. So that's where I spent the majority of my life. My parents separated when I was younger, so my dad lived somewhere else. Around like the last year of high school in grade 12, I went to go live with him because I was like, fuck this town, I'm out. So I went and lived with my dad for a bit. The way like I was kind of raised, like my household was like, it was like not the best. So when I was 17, actually, I moved out for the first time. And I think that's kind of like, I consider myself a very independent person. And I think that's where it stemmed from. Like I moved out when I was 17, started working. Like I went to school and I paid for it all like out of pocket, out of my McDonald's wage. It was only 4 months, but like I paid for that myself. Um, I've so yeah, I've been working since I was 17, which has been great. Trying to think. Worked at McDonald's. I started working at coffee shops. I served and bartended, which kind of like shaped me a lot as a person. I find when you work in the service industry, like your attitude and like how you treat people and stuff like really shapes. So I find like my time in the service industry and the restaurant industry was like it was a whirlwind of my life, but like I would not trade it for the world. So I did that. I started becoming a personal trainer at how old was I? I think I was 21. No, I think I was like 22 or 23. That happened because like I had met a personal trainer and I started training with her. Some stuff moved around. I ended up at a different gym. The manager approached me and was like, "Hey, you'd be kind of good at this." And I was like, "I don't know." And then I did it and here we are. So that was kind of like my career path, and that was chosen for me by a man named Kevin, who was my manager. Thank you, Kevin. Um shout outs to Kevin. Trying to think. So I've been self-employed for the past it'll be 2 years coming up in October, which is pretty cool. Like I've been my own boss for the past 2 years, and I think that's terrifying, but it's neat. Yeah, that was a really this story is going like all sorts of directions.
It's great. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep it going, bud.
Like what is my life? Yeah, it was like I started my own business because of the pandemic, and like so what had happened, as you know, like gyms had shut down. So when I was still working at my commercial gym, like we were all laid off for a little bit. When things started easing up, we all came back, and then I realized like, hey, this fucking sucks. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start my own business. So I did, and here we are now. And then started dabbling with the Twitch thing, and I'm having a great time, and I want to keep this up for as long as I can, as long as I can hold on to this. So
Awesome.
I think that was a lot. That
was great.
If I had a PowerPoint, Bren, I would have been able to.
Well, maybe you're just gonna have to have you back on more prepared with the PowerPoint. We love PowerPoints here. So I mean, hey, we can definitely schedule that if you really want to.
Thank you.
However, I feel like we'll be able to deep dive into this enough in the next little bit here. However, we're gonna hit a little break here. We're gonna come back to this. Don't you worry. Because I got some questions about some of these here for sure.
Mhm.
But for now, we're gonna go on a quick little break here. We're going to when we come back here. Hello, Flay. Wait, I just got here. No, Flay, we're coming back. Don't you worry. We're not going anywhere. We're just gonna go get a drink and then we're gonna come back. That's pretty much it. Yeah, a little, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna play Two Truths and a Lie. So Flay, don't go anywhere because you're not gonna want to miss it. You know what I mean? Tim, do you know Flair? Do you wait? What do you mean? What? What Flay? What? No, who let him in? You know each other. You know each other. Well, let me tell you, Flay. I know a lot of people on this Twitch kind of universe here. Bad. Oh my goodness, why is Flay here? Well, we actually rated Flay one day. And so, I mean, what is happening? Well, you two have fun with that. We're gonna go on break. We'll talk to you guys in a second here. Let's go. You guys hash out whatever you gotta hash out. Love you. Bye. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, see you in a second, guys. Enjoy the reels. Hello, friends. How's it going? First off, before we start anything, I want to say thank you to Donovan for the sub. Donovan, 1 whole goddamn year you've been stuck with my ass. Subscribed at least. You've been stuck with me for a lot longer than that. But thank you, Donovan, for the 1 year of subscription there. I see said, I'm back. Did I miss a TP answer? You did miss, but she went 3 for 3. So, I mean, hey, pretty good record. Pretty good record. And also thank you to Renee. Renee, oh my goodness, resubscribed a tier 1 for 2 months. Oh my goodness, Renee. Has it only been 2 months? I feel like it's been longer. You've stole my heart for longer than that, Renee. But thank you, Renee. It's been awesome. I like her already. I know, right, Donovan? It's great. I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be the best interview ever. We went 3 for 3. So, oh my goodness, you've been here for 12 months, Wolf. My goodness. Well, some of you, I told you, I said this to you, Tim and Mr. Pulido. Why can't I say your name? Pulido. There we go. You're gonna be stuck with me. So that's what I'm saying.
No.
Welcome to the Funhouse where you never leave. So, all right. Well, Yalissa's in chat. Hi, Yalissa. How's it going? Yo, sorry I'm late. Yeah, Yalissa, it's all good. How is my favorite chicken, Owlie? Yalissa, for those of you that don't know, has a chicken named Owlie, and she's very cute. Very, very cute. Tim, yes, Tim Sweat. Tim, how do you know Flay, by the way? That's my question. How do you know Flay? That's my thing. She's wonderful. Love that. I'm so glad. If you guys want to see more of, if you want to see any of what I'm talking about, who this wonderful chicken is, you can go on the Discord, !Discord, and you can go and meet. We use loosely. Meet Owlie, the wonderful chicken, in the Wash Your Paws Discord channel, where Yalissa's been pumping out some good content for us of Yalissa's quails and of Owlie the chicken. So if you're interested in going to see those, go for it there. Thank you for the link there, Wolf. Alrighty here. This is the time of the show where we play Two Truths and a Lie. And maybe you're like, okay, we got a second game. What is this guy talking about? Well, and how does this relate to, how is this game? I'm confused. From the Twitch machine, we run the same circles. Yo, that's pretty awesome. Well, Flay's awesome. Tim, does that mean, Tim, you said you're late at night. Does that mean you might be from the East Coast, Tim, or am I off bounds here? Because I know our good friend Flay is from the east side of things. It'd be interesting to know, Tim. However, this is how you play Two Truths and a Lie, or at least how we play it here on Connections. Please direct your beautiful eyeballs to the screen as we show you the 3 rules of Two Truths and 1 Lie. The rules are simple. We're not going to try and mess anyone up here. However, they're big. First off is the guest is going to provide 3 statements about themselves. 2 are fact and 1 is a lie. Number 2 is that the viewers are going to be able to guess the false statement by voting in the poll. If the viewers are correct, all the viewers will get 10 tickets towards the giveaway. Subscribers will get 50. If me, Bren, chooses the correct false statement, one of the viewers will become a VIP on this channel. So, what that means, chat, is... by the way, the giveaway that we're doing for this month, we're giving away an hoodie this month. So if you're interested in winning an hoodie, get you a booty into the yeah. See, I haven't updated that, Wolf. I'm a bad streamer. Oh. So it's still on the March one. I also don't know my work schedule yet, so that's why I haven't put a date. So I mean, you know what I mean. So so the giveaway is actually an hoodie. We're going to be doing it we'll be doing the giveaway somewhere in May. The last day to enter it will be in April 30th, 31st, whatever the last day of April is, at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I believe it is. Whatever on here. Ticket packs are apparently out of stock. Oh, are they? Hang on. Let's change that right now. That's my bad. Because I muted them a little while back. Ticket packs. Paul's Redemption. We're going to actually I gotta get all these complete. Unpause Redemption. All right, you should now be able to there while making commands 11 months early. Tim, I like the way you think. Stick around a little while. I think you'll like it here. And Tim, I heard you have a couple points here, so maybe you want to use it on a ticket pack. Up to you. Renee, get a ticket pack. Wolf, you can please mark those down for me just so we get those into the giveaway. Like I said, we're giving away an hoodie this month here. So let's see here. We got. I'm going to give the floor to you, Tim. With that, damn, Tim with the ticket pack. Tim, you're just a smart cookie, aren't you, Tim? Alrighty. We're going to choose a lie here. So what I'm going to do here is, Flex, is I'm going to give you the floor here, and I'm going to write down what your three are. I love the post-it note. Love it. In no particular order, if you can give us the three statements that you have written down there on your post-it note there. And yeah, the floor is yours. Go for it.
All right. 2 truths and a lie. Number one is that I hate seafood. I hate it. I will never eat it. Seafood is the worst. Disgusting.
Never eat it.
Never eat it.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Seafood. Number 2.
Bad.
Seafood bad. Number 2 is that I had a criminal record.
Okay. We're off to a great start here. Criminal record. Well, I mean, you worked at McDonald's, so that makes sense. All right. The wording was had. The wording was had. Yeah. The wording was had.
Mm-hmm. All right. And number 3 is that when I was in grade 5, I wore the same hoodie every day for a month, and my parents were called by my teacher.
You understand how much I want that to be true. When you got the lit fit and you're just like, you know what? I'm just no.
Yeah, you get a new sweater and you love it and you just want to wear it every single day. The drip.
The drip don't stop.
Don't stop.
Okay, well, chat, now it's your turn to tell us what you think. I need you. We're gonna start a poll here in just a second here. So we can hear them? Of course you can. Don't worry. I will read them here as well. So we have number 1. She hates seafood. Nada. Not happening. Never gonna eat it. Not happening. Get out of here. Swim the other way. Second one. Has had a criminal record. And number 3 is in grade 5. She wore the same hoodie for an entire month. The teacher called her parents. I've done the last truth or lie. I think we all have, Alyssa, but I don't know if anyone's got their parents called. That's, I think, the key point in this one, and actually. So we're gonna run a poll here, and we're gonna run a 3-minute poll here as Wolf sets it up. Chat, I need you to decide here. Let me know. What do you think? What do you think, chat? What do you think the lie is here in this here? Which is the lie? The poll is live here. 1, 2, or 3. 1 being that she hates seafood, never gonna eat it, not gonna happen, not a chance. Very not whimsical.
Not whimsical.
Not whimsical at all. The other thing we have here is I have an Amazon package coming up on the stairs.
An unboxing?
Not a chance. Thank you. Thank you. That was so awkward. Oh, thank you.
You really nailed that.
Thank you. Thank you, Wei. Oh my goodness, thank you for these up there. That was so weird. I should ask him if you want to be on stream. That'd be hilarious. He looks so
murdered on stream.
He looks so confused. He looks like he's like oh my goodness, wait. Hi baby bread. I love you so much. Happy 4 months, babe. Aw. I love you, Ray. Thank you so much. You make my heart go thumpity thump thump. Alrighty, the 2 truths and a lie here is, I think Flex is a law-abiding citizen. Good. Number 1 is hates seafood. Number 2 has had a criminal record. And number 3 has in grade 5 wear the same hoodie for 1 month, and the teacher called her parents. Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump. Look at Weibei go. Alrighty. And yes, thank you, Wolf, for the shout out as well here. New brand made out, new made outfit brand. Oh, this the Amazon thing. No, I actually don't even know what it is. Honestly, I probably should go figure out what it is, but we'll do that after
Exciting.
stream. I think it's like a subscription thing, so it's probably nothing interesting. It's probably just like hair gel or something stupid. Like,
Wow.
yeah, exactly.
It's a
Um,
big mail day for you.
yeah, it's a big one.
It's a big
I see a
one.
lot of people are going 1 and 2 right now. The chat is really going after the seafood and the criminal record being the lie. No one's thinking that it might be the number 3, which is grade 5, had the same hoodie wore the same hoodie for a month until the teachers called your parents. So number 1, chat again, is that hated seafood, never gonna eat it. Number 2, or hates seafood, I should add. Sorry, hates seafood, never gonna eat it. Number 2, had a criminal record. I really hope that's true because there's gonna be good stories there. Number 3 is that in grade 5, she wore the same hoodie for an entire month. Didn't even take it. Wore it to sleep. No, I'm kidding. But so bad that the teacher called her parents. I think she has a criminal record for something petty. I could see it. I'm really hoping that number 2 is true. Chad is still staying with number 1 and number 2 being the top one. Number 3 taking up a short lead here. But number 2 or number 1 and number 2, the hating seafood they're thinking that's lying. They're also thinking the criminal record. I can see the hoodie being true because many people do that. I see it, but I don't see the parents. Oh, number 3 coming back up. Alrighty, Wolf. Those of you that have been here, you know the deal. We can't just stick with one. Chat has to go, or you can't stick with 2. We have to go down to 1. So, Wolf, can you please run that poll one more time for me? We're only going to do either 1 or 2 as the choices now. So, chat, I see 2 people that are in number 3. I need you to choose one, and maybe just reconsider what you thought here. Number 1 is going to be hate seafood. Number 2 is had a criminal record. We'll do this for 2 minutes, Wolf, by the way. 2 minutes if you haven't already sent it through. Oh, you've already probably sent
Which
it.
is the lie.
Oh, you already. Look at you. Which is the lie. Yeah, Wolf
Is the lie.
Wolf is great. Wolf is great with these things. Keep in mind, chat, is the majority is going to be the winner of this one. If the majority gets right, we're giving away some tickets here. So keep that in mind. A heavy start for the seafood. People want the stories. People want the criminal record to be true. It's weird. So number 1 being that she hates seafood, never going to eat it, never going to happen. Number 2 is that she has had a criminal record. Number 3 also is that in grade 5 wore the same hoodie for a month and teacher called parents, but that is not an option. Chat, you've gone down to 2. So chat, is it number 1? Is this a lie? Is the lie that she hates seafood? Or number 2 is that she did not actually indeed have a criminal record. So 1 or 2. Wait, no, I voted wrong. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Kuzlord, for the follow there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's 1. Is that what you think? Is that what you think, Tony? Tony thinks it's number 1. Tony thinks it hates seafood. However, we got an octopus in the background, so maybe that's a hinting at something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too deep. I think it's 2. I don't know. I don't even know what I think.
No, it's 4.
I feel like number 1, honestly, but I don't know.
You guys think that I love seafood. You guys think that I love like sushi and all that stuff and fish.
I mean, when you say it like that, now you're confusing me. But don't go playing with my heart, Flex. It makes me subconscious about my answers. All right. I see a lot of people saying number 1, which is that you don't indeed hate seafood.
You're doing great, Bren.
Thanks, Wolf. I appreciate you. What's it called? However, a lot of people. Then there's number 2, which is had a criminal record. Is people think that more people think that's true now this time? I think it's 2. So we still I think would be in the lead for number 1, even with the swap there from Mr. Pooley-Do. So maybe not love, but not hate. Okay, Donovan's going off the not love. So Chad has decided, Flex. Chad has spoken. The council has spoken, and they have said they think that you're capping on number 1, the hating seafood. But now it's my turn to choose what I think of it too. We got 1, 2, or 3 on the board here. Number 1, like I said, is that you hate seafood. You're never going to eat it. Number 2 is that you have a criminal record. I really am hoping for that one to be true. I don't know if it would be, but I'm really hoping it might be. This is for context here. Okay, Flex, how tall are you? Sorry?
Guess.
I stand up next to the wall there and then I'll guess.
Just guess based on my energy. Just based on my attitude. Guess.
The attitude? I'm gonna go with like I don't even know because I 5'2", 5'3".
You guess good. You guess spot on.
See, I'm better than that. I'm better on height than age.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so 5'3". All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Could have some like Chihuahua energy. Yeah, I'm correct. With that facial expressions, I am correct.
There.
What is a Libra like? What is the horoscope saying today? Dislikes violence.
5-3 twinning. Hey, yo, Renee.
We'll carry a grudge though. Interesting. Renee, twinning. Renee, do you have a temper, Renee? I need to know this for science. What's the answer? Hang on. Pause, champ there. Hobo Duva. That's not gonna go off well. Donovan, I'm sorry. So number 1 is that hates seafood. Number 2, never had has had a criminal record. And number 3 is that in grade 5 you wear the same hoodie for a month and teacher called parents. I feel like that one's true. I feel like Chad is right on that one. I feel like Chad, there's no shot that you did. Everyone did it. You just were the unlucky one that got the parents called. This guy loves milking things, and I'll kill you if you call me that again. Yeah, that's me. Yep, that's me, Farmer Bren. Howdy. Could have happened in a different year. Oh shit, you're right. There was a number in that one. That's a damn, you're right, Wolf. God damn. Wolf. Why you gotta be fucking smart like that? You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. My gut's hungry.
That crock pot though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go with chat today. I'm gonna go with the chat, even though they're oh my god, even though I'm not 100% on this because how you said it earlier. I'm gonna say number 1. So that Flex, am I in chat correct? Do you actually not indeed hate seafood? You actually are quite okay with seafood. Are chat and I correct?
You are not correct. I hate it. I don't eat it. I don't go near it. I don't smell it. Anything that swims, won't eat it.
Have you ever tried it?
Like briefly last year, actually, we did my birthday subathon, and one of the incentives, like one of the higher incentives, was to eat a piece of sushi. Like that's how bad. I will not.
Did you end up
I
getting
needed
that?
to be paid.
Did you end up getting that point?
We did we actually got to it. I put it in my mouth. I tried to chew it. Right out. No, can't do it.
What kind of role did you have? That's my question.
I don't even know. Something disgusting.
Interesting. I wonder what you've tried, because there's something like sushi that's not like seafood, so I think that would be like kind of more interesting and see if you try it.
Just the texture of cold rice that really.
I see. Not a cold rice fan. So if Taco Bell has like a burrito and it goes cold, like you leave it in the fridge.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So does that mean number 2 that you've never had a criminal record? Is that true?
I have had a criminal record. I did.
Okay, let's come back to that in a second. So that means that that means that number 5 is actually the lie. Sorry, Number 3.
Yeah,
sorry.
number 5.
Grade 5.
Grade 5. Yeah, I never did that. I never wore a sweater for a month straight. Absolutely not. I know a lot of people did it, and that's why I thought this would be. I never done that.
Upset. You got it, Wolf. You got it, Alyssa. I didn't. There was a part of me that was like maybe, but I was all based off the fact of like maybe a different grade, maybe just didn't get the parents called. But I don't know, you said something earlier about how you felt like your parents like you moved out because you said you were raised the best, and so I was like, you know what, maybe your parents did get the call.
Maybe
so
did. Yeah, absolutely. I signed up for that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you really are. Okay, so let's go through these here. So first off, is there any truth at all to the number 3, the grade 5 hoodie thing? Is there anything your parents got called for? Nothing. No, it wasn't about your criminal record or anything like that. Okay.
Not in grade 5, at least.
All right. And then the most interesting one, which I'm so glad it's true. I'm so glad you understand. You had a criminal record.
I did.
So you don't have
For
a criminal
about a
record.
year.
You had one.
Not
Oh, okay.
anymore.
Okay.
No.
So what
And
happened?
it's
How do you
so
clear the
lame.
name?
It's
I'm sure it was.
It's such a lame criminal record. So, you know, back in high school, back when I was 17.
Great year from what I heard.
Right? Like so much happened that year. Me and my friends thought it was really cool to shoplift. Like we would do it a lot. Everywhere we went. We didn't pay for anything.
A 5-finger discount,
like,
I see.
And we got away with like some hefty stuff and like got away from it and everything. Until one day I was by myself and I was stealing, what did I even steal? Makeup. I stole makeup from Shoppers Drug Mart and their loss prevention caught me. And I had to, I was officially like detained and arrested and I got like a juvenile record, which is still a criminal record,
like
but it disappears when you're 18.
Oh, I see. So you played the loophole pretty well. That's what I see.
Yeah, just commit crimes as a minor and then you're going to be...
Chat, you didn't hear it here.
No.
If you're under 18, you shouldn't even be here.
Right, like...
Nor listening to our advice either. Don't punch someone before you're 18 so that doesn't go on your criminal record. Don't do that.
Any crimes you're going to commit, just, you know, keep them reasonable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like killing someone might carry over. It might be a little bit much. Interesting. It wasn't for violence. Interesting.
No, it wasn't for violence. It was for shoplifting. It was and then I got banned from every Shoppers Drug Mart in the country for about a year. They ban you for a year and then after a year they didn't even take a picture of me, which is the stupid thing. They like wrote down like my features and they were like,
Shane's
if a girl who's 5'3", with brown hair and a nose piercing comes into the store, she's not allowed to be there.
Well, they're just kicking out people left, right, and center.
Yeah, like you're gone. Like it was not a system. There was no system.
Interesting. I imagine Shoppers Drug Mart loss prevention being like a 70-year-old lady like chasing after you, be like, "Get back here!" Oh my goodness. I mean, they have good stuff, but I mean, you got to pay for it, there, my friend.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so I'm not prefacing this for anyone to do it. You got caught, so I mean, hey, it was a criminal record. It happened.
It was,
what's the biggest haul you got from getting something?
The biggest haul. Okay, so the biggest haul that I got was from like this clothing store, and there was this really nice. It was a sweater that I wanted. It had little like reindeers or something on it, but it was a decent sized sweater, and I think it was like $50, and I managed to like fold it up, stick it in my jacket, and run. Like I took that bitch.
Wow. So now my next question for you is how have you redeemed yourself back? Because I know you're into manifestation, so I can tell like that's you got to be able to kind of alleviate those consciousness, I guess you could say, from yourself. So how have you done that?
To be fair, like ever since that incident, I mean, even if I did steal, I wouldn't admit it, but I have never stolen a single thing. You know, even when people will steal the smallest things from the store, like, you know, a bracelet or like something small. I have not even thought about it. I've never been tempted to do it. Like, and it went 0 to 100, like from one side to the other very fast. Like when we were younger, we used to steal everything and anything. Anytime we walk into a store, we would steal something. But after that, there was nothing. There was no temptation. I never thought about it. If I couldn't afford something, I didn't get it. Like there was no, how am I going to steal this?
Like the rest of us, Flex.
Right? Like the rest of us, get a job. Yeah, Flex got scared straight. Polito's correct. I did. Like how many years has it been? 6, almost 7 years later. Like I mean, people our age shouldn't think about stealing, but you know, sometimes.
Oh my god, it'd be hilarious if you had a scared straight like stream or something like that, or like you're like yelling at like kids to not steal.
Don't commit petty theft.
You want to be like me? You want to be a streamer like me? You don't want this life, kid. You don't want this. You don't know what it's like getting yelled at by your mods every day. Really? Yeah. No, interesting. Well, at least I was thinking more of it be like kind of a more of like something like a grudge and just, you know what I mean? Like that's what I thought it was gonna be like. But you know,
like,
physical, yes, very
yeah,
aggressive.
like
But
battery.
Libras dislike violence. So I mean, hey, it happens. They also, funnily enough, dislike injustice.
There was no injustice. I did a bad thing and I got in trouble for it. Like,
Oh my goodness.
it was just
their strengths are fair-minded. So I mean, and their weakness is self-pity. So there's that.
You are reading me like a book.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Everyone rubs crystal ball a little more. All right. ER, thank you so much, by the way, for the lurk. You had a family trip. Oh my goodness. ER, where are you at? Where's the fam at? If you can still hear me. But thank you for the lurk, either way. And thank you for the love. Well, that is 2 truths, 1 lie. Sadly, chat, we didn't get any dubs there. It's a sad day. However, maybe next Tuesday we'll get the 2 truths, 1 lie here. So, however, now I'm moving on to some of my questions that I have for you here. We've gotten to know a lot about you today here. So far there, Flex. We've in the last 2 hours that we've been hanging out here, we've gotten to know a lot about your obsession with tacos. We've gotten to know about your kind of your fondness of the number 17. We've gotten to know about your not so favorite memory of the monkey bars. We've gotten to know about your S trip, which you definitely did not drink on. We what's it called? We've met Eric. Your beautiful cat.
We did.
It is Taco Tuesday. You're darn right. Let's party.
It is.
What's it called? We have heard about your obsession with Squishmallows as you are holding one. We've heard a little bit about your time at McDonald's. We've heard a bit about your time in the service industry as well. We've heard about 17 being as I said, we've heard a little bit about 17. We've heard about 17 being a monumental age for you in a lot of things, and that's maybe where we're going to start today. We've also heard a little bit about you and how you wipe your ass, which is definitely interesting. We've heard about your criminal record. We've heard about your hate for seafood. But now this is the deep part of the show. We're gonna get into the deep stuff. Like I said, maybe we'll talk about the 17. Maybe we'll talk about some other things. But let's kind of. I want to deep dive 17 because you made a very high proclamation at the beginning of the show saying that 17 was like peak year. Every like good things happened in 2017. So far what I've heard is you've told us about you've graduated in at the age of 17. You said you've moved out in 17. You started working at 17. I think you said you went to university. I think maybe
college.
College. That's right. College and in 17. What else happened at 17? What made like 17? Is there anything else that kind of played there?
You kind of like summarized because that was a lot of things. 17 was like when I had to really do like my most growing up. 17. So when I first moved out, it was the first time I ever lived like with a partner. I had a little boyfriend that I lived with, and we did that.
Physically little, or
no, he was actually quite tall. But I was like a little boyfriend. No, but like that's the first time I ever like lived with someone because we lived together. And it was like 17 was interesting because it's like you're not 18, like you're not quite in the terms of like adulthood yet, like you're not legally recognized as an adult. So it was like this weird like limbo of like, hey, I'm doing all these adult things but I'm still technically a kid. So it was just like it was just like a really, I wouldn't say it was hard because like it wasn't easy for sure, but like that's where I think that's where what really shaped me as a person and kind of like built a lot of my values is like how I handled that year, we'll say.
So you said you moved out with the little boyfriend, but you said living with like someone else for like the first time, and what was that like? You said you're moving out at 17. You're like you said you're in the eyes of the law, you're still a minor, and moving out with a boyfriend, as I'm sure. I don't know, like maybe I'm implying this too much, but I feel like parents probably, that's not the ideal situation for most parents. So what did that kind of go like with living with that partner in that time of your life, and how did that end up going?
It's interesting because like looking back on it, like I can really analyze that time a lot better than like when I was living it. So like that partner was like he was awful. Like I didn't realize it like at the time, but like looking back at it now, like he was not a good person. Just like a lot of like emotional stuff and stuff like that. So how long did that last? We lived together, I think for it was about a year we lived together before I was like, this sucks. I'm gonna go. Um, but and like that's a big deal when I find especially for women when we're able to kind of like like not fight back, but like stand up for ourselves when we're in those shitty situations.
Hmm.
So that was a big deal for me and kind of like set the tone for my life of like I'm not going to be treated poorly ever again. And that's the thing, like I was so young. I was so young. So like when you're young and like in love or whatever, you put up with a lot of shit that you shouldn't put up with. So I did my time. I put up with shit that I shouldn't have put up with and I was like, okay, never again. In terms of like my parents, so I was living with my dad at the time. My dad never spent a lot of time being a dad. He was kind of just like the guy who owned the house. Um, we kind of like raised ourselves in a way. So when I told him it was literally one day that my boyfriend pulled up with his truck and I was like, "Okay, I'm moving out right now." And my dad was like, "Oh, okay. Like, do you need anything?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm just going to go." And he was like, "All right." And like it's not like we ever like stopped talking, but he never really questioned it, you know what I mean? Like he just kind of like because he's always been that way. He was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna let you do what you do, and I'm not gonna step in or anything." So that's kind of like how that went. Um, my mom, I don't think I told her for like a couple months because like she lived in a different city and everything, so she didn't really know, and I didn't really tell her. So because I knew she was gonna freak out, but but yeah, that's kind of like that's how 17 went.
Okay. Okay. Let's go off of that a little bit.
Mhm.
So there's a couple things here that I want to kind of go off of. I want to go off of the side of the boyfriend. I want to go
Mhm.
off the side of the parents and the both sides of the
Mhm.
parents and stuff because I think it's very different and coming
Yeah.
from divorced parents as well.
Yeah.
It's something I can definitely relate with is that kind of that difference in parenting and how parents handle things differently. Some are very relaxed, maybe in their parenting, and some are very maybe overactive, maybe the word. It could be maybe the word, and like in that kind of sense. And it sounds like that's kind of what you felt in a
Mhm.
sense is that kind of sense.
Mhm.
And so first thing you said is you said there was a lot of emotional stuff with the boyfriend.
Mhm.
Um, in like what senses was that? Was that something that would how would you sum that up in a sense? Is that would you go as far as saying it was like abusive, or would you say it was just kind of just like you really just couldn't feel like you can kind of get your emotions straight because this other person that's living in your house and you're 17 and you're trying to figure out your life and there's this other person that's telling you how to live your life and you're like, ah, my
Yep.
God. Like what did that kind of go to?
Okay, so in kind of like a summary, like what happened there. And this is gonna be like a bit of a trigger warning for anyone, like especially and maybe some young women in the chat right now. But the main thing that I didn't see a problem with at the time was the fact that like I was 17 and this man, I think he was like 21 or 22. And that's not a good thing, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
not a good thing. And I didn't see anything wrong with that. When we're young girls, we're just like, "Oh my god, like an older guy wants my attention. I love this and stuff." But that's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing. If there's anyone young in the chat who's going through something like that, that's a bad thing. You need to run. Um, so I see you got some biddies.
Thanks, Wadeski. I love you. Hi,
Thanks.
Wadeski. I don't want to interrupt your story, but
Yeah, I know. I'm so
so
sorry.
I have a button. Like, hee.
But that was like looking back on it, like that was the big red flag, and like there's a lot of like emotional abuse that comes with older men that do this kind of thing. And what really kind of pushed me over the edge is the fact that like he started talking to another girl who is even younger than I was, and I found out about it because you can't hide anything from me. You can't hide anything from me. I found out everything, and so I found out and then he'd say he wasn't doing it anymore and then he would keep doing it and I was like, wow, this is not good and I'm going to go. And then it's funny because like I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe I'd say about 2 years ago. Guess who pops back up on my Facebook to say a big ol' "I'm sorry" and I fucked up. Like so many years later, I'm just like this is not good. This is not a good person. I don't want this person in my life. This person should have never been in my life. And like that is just my message to anyone who's listening right now. Like
But at least you learn that. You know what I mean? Like you learn that kind of independence to be. Like, and you said like the one good thing that came out of that is you knew what you realized, that you didn't want to be that person who kind of gets walked over in a sense, and you wanted to be able to kind of like run your own life in a sense. And I think that's really important. And I think it's something who I can that almost shows in your personality now, is that very like that very independent side of you that can kind of I might not know how to do it now, but I'm gonna fucking figure it out. And I see that in a lot of the stuff that you've done. Like I'll put it very basic and simple, is your stream. Is like, fucking look at it. Like your stuff is amazing. Like the stuff that you do is like amazing, and it's like really like creative and different. And then on the other side of it too, you got your fitness stuff, which is like you literally said that you were like, fuck this, I hate this, I'm out, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And the thing is, like, you did your own thing, which is like is more impressive than I would say than what you were doing before, is because you took the business that you're working for and you made it your own type of business, and you took the weaknesses that they had there and made it even better in a sense. And I think that's something that goes to show. Like I think unfortunately that you had to go through a situation like that, but look, on the other side is then also now you have this kind of place where now you've been able to kind of learn from it, and now it's like creating a lot of positives, at least you know what I mean, like, and I unfortunately I know there's a lot of people who doesn't get those positive out of it. It's just a lot of unfortunately trauma and things like that. And so I can definitely see that as on that side as well. Going also to the parents thing, so kind of going away from the very bad relationship of the little boyfriend, the little man he was, what's it called, and going on to your parents. So one thing that kind of caught my attention when you said about your parents is your dad was basically like, anything, okay, bye, sort of thing. And were you expecting something different from him? Like maybe some like, hey, no, like I need you to, like, I don't want you to go, type of thing. Like, or were you expecting that reaction? Like, what was your expectation of when he said that?
No, that's a really good question. And I honestly, I do think that I was expecting the response that I got from him. I wasn't expecting him to like put his foot down or anything like that, because he'd never done that. Like the way that my dad was, like he's got a good heart, I guess. Yeah, he's got a good heart. He's not a terrible person. But he was there to supply like the roof over your head and like the food in the fridge and stuff like that, but like not much beyond that. So like, he wouldn't have been that guy to step in and be like, no, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna live under my roof and I'm gonna be a parent right now. He was just like, oh, that's my strong independent daughter gonna go live on her own. Wow. Like there she goes.
And then on the flip side, you have your mom, who you purposely didn't tell for months because you knew she was going to be that helicopter parent that would have freaked out. And you said you didn't live with her at the time. You said she was a couple cities over. And so she didn't know for that. Well, what did that look like when you did tell her?
Oh man. It's hard to remember now. I think when I told her, it probably would have been after I had turned 18, honestly, by that time. And I think when I told her, she was concerned, but she was okay with it, because I didn't just drop it on her one day and be like, hey, I'm moving out today and I'm gonna go live on my own and stuff like that. Like, I think I'd already been working and stuff like that. So she was kind of like just more concerned. Just more like, are you gonna be okay, rather than like, oh my God, what are you doing? You're gonna ruin your life and all this other stuff. And I feel like she never said this, but I feel like she was kind of happy that I was moving out from my dad's because,
Most parents things.
Right, exactly. So she was kind of looking at it from a positive light that way. But no, she again concerned, but she wasn't angry or anything, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going off of all this, we kind of getting to know a little bit about kind of what the parents are like and stuff like that. Are you close to your parents now, and why?
So I find this is actually the case for like a lot of people. So when me and my mom lived together, like we were at each other's throats constantly. Like it was not a good time. After I moved out, my mom and I have become much, much closer. Like I love my mom to death, and like we text and stuff like that, and it's all cute. But like when we lived together and we were constantly like in the same house, like it was awful. But now it's like we make plans to see each other, and like it's always a good time, and it's cute, and like we hug and stuff. Like it's good. My dad and I still we're better, but like it's definitely not like what me and my mom have. Like my dad's very much still like, "Oh, you're off living your life. I'm going to let you do that kind of thing." And like I feel like sometimes maybe I should take the step to kind of bridge that gap, but then I don't know. It's hard to say, you know?
That's fair, and I think it's hard when maybe you were like almost hoping in a sense for something,
Mhm.
something in a sense like I don't know. You seem to have your parents pretty well figured out. I think
Yeah.
most people do. Like you mean that you know how your parents can react for the most part, and like it sounds like you handled it the way that you knew wasn't going to create a explosion from either side. And that
Mhm.
sort of sense is like you told your dad maybe last minute, but you know, I mean, he's probably not gonna be too crazy about it. And then you have the your mom who you knew was gonna freak out, so you're like, you know what? We'll just wait. We'll tell her
Oh,
later.
wait.
She'll be fine when she figures out later. And so that I think that's definitely an interesting thing that you kind of you picked apart on them, and so
Mhm.
it's definitely interesting there. I'm gonna throw another one here on you here. We're gonna switch up the topic a little bit here. What life-changing event have you experienced?
The pandemic.
Okay.
Is that fair to say?
I mean, you could. How did it
Yeah.
relate to you though? I want it to relate more to you than anything. If it did something that's changed a lot, then go for it. But I want to see. I want to. I want it to be something that relates strictly to you, not in just in a general sense to like everyone. But if it does, if there's something that happened during the pandemic, of course, let's talk about it.
Um, I say the pandemic because again, that's like what kicked off me leaving my job. Because the way like I would have never quit to start my own business if the pandemic hadn't happened. And me becoming like a business owner and stuff like that paved the way for where I am now. Like if I were still working at the corporate gym, I would not be a streamer, that's for sure. I would still be broke and tired and miserable. So, yeah, I think honestly, like the pandemic happening and the world shutting down and me getting laid off, um, that was a huge life-changing event, and I would not be where I am today if that hadn't happened. So I know that's kind of like a generic answer, but honestly, like that is like the thing in my life that has like paved the way for where I'm going and where I am now.
Okay. So I thought you look like you're gonna continue
Oh,
on there.
sorry.
I was like, oh, so then but okay. So it's and I think that's definitely an interesting take on it. I think there's a lot of I've said this before on the stream, but I'll say it again for our new friends that are in chat here is I think the pandemic in a weird way, and obviously this doesn't apply to the people that have unfortunately lost like family members and
Yeah.
stuff like that to passing from it and stuff like that, or people whose life have been long-term affected because of long-term effects of COVID and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
this is not including that sense, but in my case specifically, very specific to my case, to what happened in my life, I am in a weird way fortunate for the pandemic happening.
Mhm.
The I worked through the whole pandemic. I never stopped working for a single day. There
Mhm.
was I mean times where like I didn't work, but like there was nothing like really big, like COVID related things, like nothing that like laid me off for months on end. Like a lot of the world was. I never worked from home, which was a lot of the work. That's not true. I actually worked one day that worked from home.
Wow.
But that was then that was it though. Like there was one day that I worked from home out of like 2 years just passing here as or at least in North America, we've been kind of in this pandemic for about the 2 years in North
Mhm.
America, in lockdowns and stuff like that. And the and so you're kind of like, okay, why are you fortunate for something that's happened? Like, but it's similar to your story in a sense. Is I wouldn't have started streaming
Mhm.
had I not been so secluded from my friends for so long. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like I hadn't seen my friends in so long, and so it kind of came from this need of like needing some social interaction from someone that I decided, what am I doing outside of my work? Well, I was talking to friends online, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, how can I make this something that's interesting for others to see? And on came connections and stuff like that. And it's something that I've adored from this, is because I mean to meet people all around the world. I mean, we're not far from each other, you and I, but
Yeah.
is I'm getting to meet all these amazing people from all around the world. And it's so cool to me. Like, the chances are probably pretty low of me and you meeting, or me and Haley
Yeah.
meeting. You know what I mean? Like, even, and
Right.
the fact that I got to able to do this on and make friends on stream, and get to say on April 12th, 2022, I met one of my greatest friends, FlexAndFlora, you know, on stream. Like, that's something that's cool for me to be able to say.
Yeah.
And there was a audience of people, and a bunch of people that got to kind of be a part of that, and get to see those kind of that friendship kind of starting. And that's something that's really cool to me in that sense, is
Yeah.
how that kind of started. And so obviously there's sides of it that I of course dislike about COVID, and how I haven't been able to travel for the past 2 years, stuff like that. But and that's also just partly financial, partly COVID.
Yeah.
But what's called is just the fact of, like, it's the one of the greatest things that's ever happened in my life was because of a pandemic that forced me to stay inside and really look at my life and judge what was kind of going on, and change. And I think you can kind of relate to that, in that similar stance and stuff like that. And it's cool to hear someone say something similar in that sense, is that
Yeah.
kind of that feeling there. So it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, is that the pandemic gave a lot of us time that we didn't have, and forced us to like stop work. Well, me, not you,
Mhm.
like you just said, but a lot of us to just stop working for a little bit and just kind of like sit with ourselves, and you know, like do something with that. So when I was like pre-pandemic, I would frequently work two jobs. Like there was a time in my life where I held on to two jobs. I would work months at a time without a day off and stuff like that. When I worked at the gym, I would work from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Like that was a regular thing. But like the pandemic happened and it just stopped. And I was like, wow, this I like this. This we can do something with this.
And then that's true. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's the people that were so burnt out and so overworked and stuff like that. They got time to kind of breathe and sit
Yeah.
with themselves, like you said. And I think it's something that's so meaningful to be able to just kind of sit with yourself and just kind of be like, enjoy your own company in a sense.
Hmm.
And it's funny because the more that I made friends online, and more made these sorry, I'm gonna say the show name, connections with friends around the world, is like, I learned better how to be okay with me being alone, because as a streamer, as
Yep.
you know, you spend a lot of time sitting on the computer by yourself doing random shit, like, really.
Yep.
And that was something that I had to kind of learn to get comfortable with myself. Oh my goodness, is that Meg? Hi, Meg. Thanks for the raid. Holy shit.
Welcome in, Meg.
What's up, Meg? How's it
Hi,
going,
Meg.
Raiders? Oh my goodness. Meg, I have a
Welcome
question for
in,
you. Meg, first off, I love you.
Meg.
Second,
Meg.
Meg, what is your
Meg.
favorite color? I feel like Buddy the Elf. I feel like what's your favorite color? Hi, I'm Bren. What's your favorite color? Sir Wab. I like that name. That rolls off the tongue nice. You got a raid. What's up, Sir Wab? How are you? How's it going? What is your favorite color? You're like blue too, Meg? Sorry,
Blue's
I
a good
cut.
color.
Blue's a good color. Sir Wab, what's your favorite color? And Sir Wab, since you're new here, I'm putting you on the spot here. What is a fun fact about you? Maybe an elevator pitch about Sir Wab. What makes you unique, Sir Wab? Maybe an interesting story, maybe just a factoid, maybe anything like that. So I'd love to know, Sir Wab. I'm a kind of a purple guy. Okay. One
Oh,
of
that's a good
those. One of
one.
those ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our friend Tony, who I'm sure is in here lurking, and I'm sorry to call you to lurk, Tony, but I'm sure Tony is around here. Tony's also a purple guy. You and Tony should talk. You guys will be friends, I'm sure. Blue Gang is winning. Blue Gang really is winning here. Wolf, you're definitely right. Yeah, so kind of back into that. Thank you, by the way, Meg. Did we get a shout out for Meg? Please tell me we got a shout out. We did. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Wolf, for that fast thing there. I hope your stream was amazing. You're playing Apex. My goodness, Meg. It is always a pleasure to have you in here, Meg. We're meeting our good friend Flex. If you haven't met Flex already, you don't know who Flex is. Flex is a Canadian streamer and fitness coach that does Twitch, that does what you do a lot of things. You do more than just Twitch. That's a kind of underselling there, but it's whoa, What's
Thank
happening?
you for following. I don't know who did that, but thank you.
Oh, sick. Let's go.
Those are my follow lights.
That's awesome. That's really cool. But to the gym, yo, Meg, I appreciate that you dropped the raid here. I thank you for trusting me with your community. Have a great time at the gym. Lift an extra pound for me today, will you? All right.
Just one though.
Just one whole pound. One whole pound. 1 pound. Not two. Don't even on both sides. Just one. Oh my goodness, the follow. I love the follow thing. Okay.
Oh my god, thank you guys.
Can we just keep it going, chat? Keep on following. Get the lights to go blue.
If you follow on Twitter, the lights go blue. Oh.
It's true. The link's in there. I'm giving you the link. Do that. By the way, I so badly want to do that. I think that's the coolest thing you have on your stream is the lights going blue when it on my way to Twitter. B fucking B's Twitter game is like strong. Yo, is that what is that? Is that the follow?
That one was a regular follow. That was a regular follow. Hold on. Come on, B.
Pause champ.
Do it, B.
B never let me down. B's never let me down before. Come on, B.
Do it, B.
Come on, B.
That's a regular follow. Guys.
Hey, keep on. Who has Twitter anymore? What do you mean, Emily? Everyone has Twitter. It whistles too.
I love Twitter.
What whistles? The creator?
The creator. I don't think you guys can hear the whistle.
No, I don't think so because
like this.
I did it.
Those are the Twitter lights.
Yo, the Twitter lights.
Oh.
So see if you haven't already followed. Come on, go follow for the lights. Okay, how often in the day does that go off?
Like quite a bit.
That would scare the living shit out of me.
It's the Twitter one because the Twitter one has a sound. It has the little whistle, so that one scares me. Like the regular lights when someone follows on Twitch, like those are okay. It's fun. But the Twitter lights,
so I got a question.
Those scare me.
I got a question for you, streamer to streamer here, because I see everyone's come back now. Everyone's come out alert because they're all interested in this.
Wow.
Everyone's like the lights. Ooh. I'm interested. I know you're hired by Lumina. Is everything in your setup like set up through Lumina? Like is that done through Lumina? Obviously, like, I have smart lights. I have a basic understanding. I'm 25. I'm old. Okay, I need you to explain it to me like I'm 5. But what's it called? Is Lumina the main thing? Obviously, I'm pretty sure it would be for Twitter and for the follows because I know you can set that up. I've had that at one point in a stream. I've removed it, but I might add it back because I think it's definitely a creative way of doing it. But yeah, what I'm trying to ask here. How do I ask this? Like the whistle, for instance, is a whistle part of Lumina?
Exactly. Yeah, the whistle comes through Lumia. Anything that's like light focus is gonna be through Lumia specifically. All my like actual alerts are from like, and my wacky stuff is through like Stream Elements and Mix It Up bot. Anything to do with like Twitter alerts though is through Lumia because the other bots don't have that capability yet. Lumia actually like has like the step ahead on that one, which is really cool. But yeah, anything like light based, anything that like turns my lights off, and like Lumia also controls a couple smart plugs that I have in the back too. Like that's fun. But that's a thing.
Someone follows your fan turns on, you're like, what the fuck?
I was considering, I don't know if you ever saw the tweet, but I was considering doing like a chat controlled bubble machine, but then I was like, people were like, maybe don't put bubbles in your streaming setup. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do a disco ball. And I did a disco ball.
That's the one that's right behind you there, right?
There's that one. I'll see if I can show you. Hold on. Let me see where
is there anybody that chat can set it off? Right now.
I don't know if it's, hold on, let me see.
Because maybe we can get chat to do it. If that includes some sort of follow, maybe we can set the chat to go do.
Yo, someone redeemed Disco Party in my chat. Tim.
Already my chat. If you haven't already, you better go there and go and I hit the wrong button. That's Discord. I mean, you can go to Discord too. That'd be great. But let's go. Go to Twitch. Go to FlexAndFlora. And go and redeem either Disco Ball, or you can also go follow, which is probably maybe go follow first, then get the Disco Party because then that's how you get your 300 points. It's a great idea. Very creative though. Like I said, like it's things that I've never seen on stream before, and it's very creative ideas you got going on. Like, and I'm very impressed because
thank you.
It's easy to do what everyone else is doing. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to kind of come up with these unique things, which like I've never seen the. And I remember them talking about this on I'm broke on Flora Flex Funds.
Flora Flex Funds.
Is the
this. Who did that? Who did that? Haley did that.
Thank you, Haley.
Thank you, Haley.
That's so sick.
And
So
then they should come back on. I don't.
That's awesome. No, you definitely have an interesting setup.
Yeah.
Your setup is amazing. I love it. I love it. I need to hire you to do my setup now and my lighting. I'll pay for the plane ticket, all right? No,
excellent, beautiful.
Yeah.
I can use a vacation.
You and Egg, come on over. What's it called? So but yes, no, it's definitely, you definitely got a very creative setup. I'm very, very interested in everything, and we'll be talking after this. I'm going to be picking your mind for some ideas here, because there's a lot of things that I'm like there's spin-off of things that I think I would do off of the things that the very creative things you've done, and there's some things that I'm going to totally rip off you if you allow it. If you allow it,
go right ahead.
But let's go. But there's definitely some very creative things that I'm very impressed with, and as I said early in the stream, it's always interesting to me is to watch creators do something that's very different and creative. Like it's that's what keeps me inspired more than anything. And I'm not gonna lie, Flex. This is gonna be me a little bit soft and real here for a second. You were entered into our group chat a little while back. For me, Haley. Actually, on the day you were on the audition for Next Top Streamer.
Yes.
We in the middle of your stream invited you, and you got a bunch of messages to our haven't done my taxes too turned up Canadian streamer Discord that we have, our very secretive one with me, Haley, and a couple other friends. And it's funny. So I had said this in the chat here too. Is like I was just really feeling like burnt out, like really burnt out. I just kind of in that point I had just finished off my 1 year of streaming. I knew I was leaving my job and moving on to new things, which is very exciting. I just got a new car. A lot of things changed in my life. You really tried there. You were way off, but you tried.
Oh, no.
And then just out of kind of like, and to be kind of add context, Haley always does this. Like Haley almost is like knows when I'm like not in the greatest mood. Like we it's not even like a verbal thing, but like Haley's just become such a close friend that like she almost like just kind of like wavelengths. Thanks, Jay. Hello, Jay. I love you, Jay. Kind of clicked in and I don't think she meant to do this in this sense, maybe this time, or maybe she did, but Haley sent me your link. And the creativity in my brain is kind of what keeps me invested in all this. And I haven't had a creative spike in a long time. And watching your stream definitely brought that back. That very kind of creative, like, I could do something very interesting here. And that same week I actually went on, I think actually after your stream, I went on and I edited three reels, which are not even out yet. There's two of them that are not out yet. But the first one was the highest watched reel that I've ever posted. Or no, one of the highest posted ones that I've ever done, which is the one with Brax Cracks. Oh my goodness. Talking about being happy and kind of being everything. There's a couple more that's coming out. But no, I was very inspired by you, and I do owe you a thank you to both you and Haley, because I think you guys both inspired me to kind of think differently and try something different. And so I'm thankful for Haley for a lot of things, but for showing me you in this situation at least. And then for you is being the very creative, outgoing person you are, and being very, very welcoming, as well as your community being very welcoming to me on a day that I really wasn't feeling it. I just kind of like just poured out everything. Before you got entered into that group chat, I poured out everything to like the three friends in there, basically being like, hey, like I'm not doing the greatest, but we trying.
We trying.
Exactly. And then it just kind of came at the perfect time where I ended up where she ended up linking you. And then I mean, look at this. Look at us. You know what I mean? Like we're sitting here on twitch.tv, and we're talking like good old friends. And so it's definitely been quite the journey, and I'm excited to be here. And I'm not going to say creatively I'm 100% out of it, but I'm a whole lot better. This is the reason why we're doing connections all month long. Usually we have a game show. We that's called Who Are You that we do. But because of just burnout, I guess would probably be the best word for it. Yeah. I've stopped it, but at some point I'd love to get you on that as well, because I think you'd be a very interesting contestant on Who Are You, and
oh my god.
Yeah. It's a very interesting one, that's for sure. All right, let's get back to some questions here. Let's get back to the nitty gritty. Let's get to know a little bit more about you. Enough about me. All right. Let's give it to you here. I talked about what gives me inspiration. What gives you and your life meaning, Flex?
Oh my God. What gives my life meaning?
Yes.
Oh my God. What does give my life meaning? What does my life mean? I don't think I have an answer to that. I don't know what gives my life meaning. It's like I think the way my personality type works and the way my brain works is that like I'll find things. A thing is good. We're gonna latch onto the thing. We're gonna pour a lot of energy into the thing. So and that thing is what's gonna keep me going until the next thing. And right now, and hopefully for the foreseeable future, I'm like, my thing right now is streaming. My thing right now is like building my brand and just trying to be bigger and better. And that's what's keeping me going in life right now. To be honest, that's what's kind of getting me out of bed. That's what's kind of like getting me through the day is like working on all of this. So I'm like in like the bigger picture of things, I'm like, I don't really know. I don't know. I want to make some money. I want to put food in my mouth and stuff. Like I'm a very simple being. I don't have a lot of deep brain thoughts in terms of like the meaning of life or anything like that. I'm a very simple, I won't say shallow, but like a simple person in that case.
Do you think that like with that kind of being so latched onto something, because it's something that I've kind of struggled with recently, is being so latched onto something, like let's say streaming, for instance, you're known as the streamer.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that almost comes with a sense of pressure, in a sense, to be that person, in a sense, and live up to that kind of personality, if you will? Do you ever feel like that, or is it kind of come, or at least right now, does it come kind of easy at this point?
Um, in terms of seeing myself as just like it's interesting because like you as you know, when you're a streamer, you're so much more than a streamer. Like you wear so many hats when you're a streamer, and I think that's what's good for me is that I don't just identify I'm not just a streamer. I'm a content creator and like I'm a tech person and like I'm a I'm a little gadgets person. Like I feel like I wear so many other hats than just streamer that I don't feel so like locked on to one thing in that sense. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're also a toy reviewer too. I've noticed.
The best on Twitch, obviously.
Yes. Hey, that's right. We talk that shit into existence. Exactly. The best. Number
The
one.
best.
The best. The some would say the next top streamer. Yeah, no, I think that's it's definitely a wholesome and a real kind of feeling there is that thing. So I'm gonna kind of take this question and I'm gonna flip it a little bit on you.
Okay, okay.
And we're gonna get a little dark too, just to prepare yourself.
Bring it.
Let's say you died tonight,
Right.
unfortunately.
Ugh, rest in peace.
F's in chat.
Damn, that sucks.
F's in chat, please. What's it called? What would you regret not doing?
If I died tonight, what would I regret not doing?
Yeah.
If I died tonight, what would I regret? What would I regret? What would you regret, Brent? You start.
You're gonna flip it on me? All right.
Yeah.
What I regret?
Mhm.
There's a couple things that are coming to mind.
Mhm.
And I guess I'll go with the kind of the baseline one for it. A lot has changed in my life this year, as I said earlier.
Mhm.
Had a new car, have a new job, and one thing that I didn't bring up, but is that I at the start of this year broke up with my girlfriend of 5 years. It was a major life decision and I've changed really. And my New Year's resolution was quite simple. I kind of dabbled in manifesting a little bit, even so much that my mom actually bought me a book for my birthday, which is on this 27th of December, about manifestation, which I've been reading like every day now. But I was kind of dabbling in a little bit. And for the kind of the end of the year, I was always kind of like perceived myself as like a happy person, like even like a happier person type of thing, and I felt very sad. And I had one of my best friends, twitch.tv/behavior, who came over and visited us and lived on our couch for 10 days when with me and my ex-girlfriend at the time. And whoa. And the and that was the thing, like I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I should have, because I there was parts I definitely enjoyed about it, but I think I really realized how much I guess missed out on it, or kind of felt like a bad friend in a sense when B left, and went to what is now her new home, and I think that kind of raised a thing for me, and so my New Year's resolution was quite simple, and I'm still stuck with it, and I'm proud of myself. It's probably the longest resolution I've ever stuck with, and that resolution is to find happiness. And I guess where the regret comes in is I wish I didn't waste so much time being content with what made others content, and just focus on what made me happy and made me content. And because I think focusing on yourself attracts the right people.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that have came back into my life that I honestly thought I've lost over the years because of people that I associate with myself with, whether that be girlfriends or stuff like that, or how I did certain things. But realizing when I can just kind of literally be myself, things, and be truly happy, because I'm a fucking goofy dude. Like, and that's one thing that I thought I lost in me, and I really thought like you want to talk about friends, that you talk about things that I thought I lost in myself, in my own personality, was the goofy side of me. No, he's still there. He's there. And that's something that I'm so happy about, because that's like me being in touch with my inner kid. And so I wish, my one regret is I wish I moved towards what made me happy and not what made others happy. And yes, I'm not going to say that didn't hurt some people, because I know it definitely did, unfortunately. And that's not the point of what I was trying to do. And the people that I did hurt, I'm surprised if they'd be in the chat. But I will say is, if for some reason you stumble across this, is I'm sorry, because that's not what my point of any of it was. But I think I realized my thing is that 25 years on this rock and not putting yourself first is not how you should live your life. And that goes for anyone in chat. You're yourself first. You are the main character. So fucking act like it. Wear that hoodie for a month straight. What's it called?
What are they going to call your parents?
Yeah, exactly. And what are your parents going to do? It's not their happiness. They don't understand the drip. Okay. So yeah, that would probably be my thing, is that I wish I would have started things that made me happy earlier. Streaming, for instance, making these friendships on connections makes me happy. There is some burnout that is assigned to it, because at this point it has turned into a job. And that's the thing, is not that I have, like, I'm glad that I'm not doing this full time at this point for my own personal thing, because I'm glad that I'm not having to focus everything on just kind of that sense. I'm glad that I have another financial income from somewhere else, and able to do this kind of for fun in a sense. And so that's that part I'm really, really happy for. And I see our good friend Josh is in here. Hello, Josh. Josh is the one who I was telling you about, by the way, who likes apple juice as well. Josh,
apple juice man.
Josh, Flex, y'all need to talk.
Hi.
Y'all both like apple juice a lot. So we'll have to make some friendships happen here in a bit. So what's your regret of not doing if you were to die tonight?
I guess if we're just talking in realm of like regret, or like, what, I won't say regret, but like things maybe that I would have done differently in my life, I would say maybe, because like I said, there was a point in my life where I was constantly holding down 2 jobs. I was working like 16-hour days and stuff like that, and like I would probably like not do that. Like just make more time for rest, because there was a time in my life where I was very much a person that was like glorifying the grind and glorifying working 16-hour days and like glorifying all, being exhausted and not taking time for yourself. And now I'm very much a person that's like, that's almost cringy, like that grind never stops mentality. Like, it's almost cringy when you focus so much on working and making money that you don't have hobbies and you don't have friends and you don't sleep and you don't feed yourself. Like people who brag about that now, I'm like, oh man. And that was me. So I'm like, I wish I could go back and just not be that person. Like I made a lot of money. That's the thing. When I was that person, I made a lot of money, but like at what cost, right?
Health is wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is, it's funny because you're speaking my language. Like I think I was the same. I was very similar. Like you mean I had that same type where it was like that drive to be the grind don't stop, baby. Like you mean like that kind of thing. And it's funny because you said cringy. Oh my goodness, it's like it's so similar. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
it's. I feel like the people who are like that, it's like just wait. Wait till you burn out
Yeah.
because unfortunately you're
Yeah.
headed that way. If you continue that on, you're going to burn out. There's no way you
Mm-hmm.
don't. You're a
Mm-hmm.
human. Humans burn out.
Yeah.
And I obviously hope for the best for them because obviously I don't want to see anyone struggle, but it's that burnout takes a long time to get down from. It's taken me over a year to get down from that burnout that I at first was like, it's not burnout. You mean if I ignore it, it's not there.
Yeah.
And ignoring it doesn't help. I can tell you that. But it is fixable. It definitely is. It takes a long time. It takes, as one of my good friends, Nikki Brutal said, is sometimes you have to let the kettle off the burner for a little bit and
Yeah.
relax a little bit. And so
Yeah.
I no, that's probably the best piece of advice is take time for yourself to relax. Another thing too that I saw was actually an Instagram post and I really liked it. It really spoke to me is if you don't give your body a day to rest, your body will choose that day for you.
Yep.
And I really like that. I thought that was like really like that's true because the amount of times I've gotten sick because I didn't take days off and I just go, go,
Mhm.
go, go. And I'm getting to that point again. I'm like, time to take a break. So my plan after stream today is I'm going to watch a movie and relax. And so that's my whole thing is just kind of taking that time to just unwind rather than kind of
Yeah.
go, do chores, do work, do chores, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Actually have
Yeah.
a day
Yeah.
that I can relax. And I think it's important at least once a week to have that one day. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can definitely understand where you're coming from there.
And in terms of like that one day, that's funny that you mentioned that because I'm approaching a burnout in a way I can feel it because like for the past few months it's been in terms of like my work schedule and my stream schedule, I'm either working or I'm streaming. I haven't had a day in months where I just have nothing. So I had spoken to my community about this my last stream, but I'm considering moving my Saturday morning stream to Sunday morning so that I can have Saturdays to just do what I want to do, right? Like cuz right now every day is like I'm scheduled to be somewhere at some time and I that's hurting me. So I'm like and it's been months. So as scary as it is to like make that change, even though it's just like a day, but like it's a change and it's scary.
It is.
But I think and the community was really supportive about it too. They're like you got to do what's best for you, even if maybe not all the regulars can watch on the Sunday. I'm going to feel better for it. So I'm nervous, but I'm also excited and like I think it'll be good in the long run.
These are important. Exactly, Josh. And I
Mhm.
definitely agree is now how many days do you stream right now? What's your stream schedule look like?
I'm on three days.
3? Which is good. Like
Yeah.
that's a really
Yeah.
good, healthy schedule. And you're
Yeah.
working too, which is
I
I
am,
mean
yeah.
that's still a lot as well. And are you working 5 days or are you working more or
I
less or
technically 5 days. I'm in the gym 4 days and then on Sundays I do all my admin and like online
Yep.
work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so no, that's the thing is like that's a lot. Like
Mhm.
it's plus a new day means new opportunity to introduce new
Mhm.
community members to stream. Exactly, Haley. Like I think that's
Yeah.
definitely a good way to look at it too.
Yeah.
Is yes, you might not have those regulars, but you're gonna meet new faces that might not be able there. That's one thing
Yeah.
that like it's hard because Tuesdays is the only day I've ever streamed. I bet you there's a lot of people who are working at this time that probably can't see the stream because they work on Monday to Friday or something like that. And we've done Saturdays, and it's funny. There's a lot of different community that comes in it on
Yeah.
Saturdays that like we don't
Yeah.
see always on Tuesdays. And it's funny. I almost call them like because we Saturdays we will sometimes do just chatting. We don't have any schedule this month to avoid me burning out.
Mhm.
But let's go. What we might come back on and do is do Sundays kind of as well, and or maybe Saturday. It really depends. I don't know. I haven't decided
Yeah.
yet, but
Yeah.
um. So what I might do is just do a just chatting that is going to be consistent in the like a certain day or something like that. But
Yeah.
it's so hard to kind of say is that kind of sense. And I totally can relate with that. I'm changing up a day. I'm worried about this because when I started this new job, I was really worried that I might have to change up Tuesdays. We've never missed a Tuesday since March 9th of 2021. Like it's kind of goofy, but now I've kind of held that standard of like, I really happy, proud of myself for that. But I will say is like, I think it's so important to be able to take that time off. And so obviously you said the Sundays. Is there anything else you're doing to kind of be able to remove the kettle from the stove a little bit or the burner?
I kind of did the opposite in the terms of like I took on a new client when I shouldn't have. But we're growing, we're trying.
Brian, don't stop. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's my starting point for sure. Like moving the stream to a different day might seem like a small thing, but in my brain it's like it's a huge thing. Like I said, like I've had this stream schedule like pretty much since I started streaming, so pretty much for 10 months. And like to change even one day, I'm like, oh, my numbers, my metrics.
It's hard. It's scary, especially being like a smaller creator. It's scary to change a day because the smallest change could, I mean, knock off your community. The thing is though, like looking at it logically, it's not going to change like that forever. You built the community off of one day, you're going to be able to build it again on another. Like the thing is, it takes time and it takes a mental capacity to be able to do all that, which is the hardest part of that, unfortunately. But I will say is that no, it's definitely an interesting way of looking at it in that sense of kind of, sorry, my brain just goes back to you adding on the client. So again, when you know you didn't.
That was
So Flex, what did we learn from this?
We're not taking on any more new clients.
Smart idea. Probably a good idea. See, I'm a big advocate too of a lot of streamers going to like less days. 3 days, I think is 3 to 4 days is the money spot from what I've heard from algorithm apparently says is 3 to 4 days is the perfect thing for the Twitch algorithm. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how people do 5 days. I don't understand that at all. Obviously understand like people don't like this is their job. I get that. In that sense, I understand, but 5 days, hats off to you, but also watch yourself for burnout. They don't sleep. I'm sure, Tim. And that's the thing. That's another thing that adds to that burnout, adds to the mental like health side of things that is very like, from me watching and being able to kind of quickly learn how bad stuff like that is and not sleeping and just kind of really do everything for content, the grind don't stop is very scary because I've seen what effects it does to me and I'm still recovering from it. And I've only been in this space for just over a year. And that's how I started off things, was just like the grind don't stop. And let's talk about this a little bit, but I guess we can go into details here based off of kind of this. The thing is TikTok is I unfortunately am the poster boy for not liking TikTok. And I will say there is some good things about TikTok. But I thought it'd be a great clickbaity idea to post a thing where saying that I don't like TikTok because of things. And I will say, I do stay true to some points in that I made in that video a couple months ago. The look on your face. What's it called? So I came out with this video, for those of you who haven't seen it, basically saying that because in June of 2021, I did a challenge for myself where for 30 days I posted 3 TikToks every single day. I did not miss a single day. I did them. I tried out different things with the algorithm. I tried to see if I could put them all at the same time, if I split them out, if I put them 1 hour apart, if I put them at certain day parts, it was all random throughout the days. And I tested everything and I found out times. I found a lot about the algorithm in that month. And I probably, if I can continue that, looking at how my views went up and how my content, I started figuring it out, I probably would have gotten a little bit bigger. But my issue with it is that I spent so much time focusing on one platform that wasn't really moving anywhere else. It wasn't helping me create things ever. And I think the biggest thing is what my issue is that I wasn't able to link a lot of my content, which really was an issue for me, is I wasn't able to link my content to anywhere else. And so that was, I think, probably the biggest kind of one of the biggest concerns that I had, is I didn't have 1,000 followers. I had been kind of almost growing a community, but because I didn't have enough followers on TikTok, I couldn't move them over to anywhere else, which was hard because no one's going to go on no one's not going to
Yep.
Take out the app, go to
Search
this, go to
your
that.
name. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
By the way, welcome in, Lux. Good to see you.
Hi,
Hello,
Lux.
hello,
Hi,
hello.
babe.
We have the question of the day, by the way, which is your favorite color.
Hi, Lux.
Let's go. But welcome in. It's so good to see you. By the way, Lux, just because you're new here, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. What is a fun fact about you? I'd love to know something. A fun fact, an elevator pitch, whatever a fun story, something about you, so we can get to know a little bit more about you. I'd love to hear it. But about TikTok though is I made this thing, and of course in perfect TikTok fashion, it went viral. And yeah. I'm like, oh, love that for me. As I'm shit talking TikTok, that's the one they pop off. But like the parts of it of like the burnout and the parts of it that unfortunately at that point in the algorithm, I don't know what the algorithm's like anymore on TikTok. I have been off of it so long as a user and as a creator. I have not used TikTok in probably over 6-ish months now. Which trust me is weird for me to say when there's a lot of trends happening and I have no idea what's going on. That makes me feel like a boomer. But I will say is my mental health's better than it was 6 months ago.
That's
good. So that's my meh. Lux, my favorite color is purple, and I'm an English teacher, but really bad at grammar. Lux, wait till our good friend Puma comes in here. Puma's also an English teacher and terrible at spelling. You guys would get along perfectly.
Wow.
Goes by D Bliggity on Twitch, but I call her Puma. But welcome in, Lux. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Right, Wolf. Yeah, so that's kind of my thing on like the TikTok kind of side of things. I will say though, where my opinions change is looking back at it, a greater scheme of things. TikTok wasn't all that bad. I met Haley through TikTok, and I would have not met Haley probably otherwise. It's probably very unlikely that I would have probably found her on my recommended because we were just totally different stream kind of side of things. And that's the thing is, did you really? Wolf? See, so I don't know. Like, there's a no. Shut up, Wolf. What's it called? Cheeky bastard. What's it called? But I did make a lot of friends. Boaru, another one, who in turn I met B from. And so like, there's the thing is like I've met a lot of really amazing friends through TikTok. And so that side I'm happy for. There was some bonuses out of it, but the thing is at that point I didn't see that. I definitely didn't see that. So that's kind of why my opinions in that kind of started that kind of thing. But I will say is that 30 days led to the biggest burnout of my life. At the end of 30 days, I did not want to do anything. I didn't want to like hang out with friends. I didn't want to do anything. I was in a total, and you can see it if you watch my content at the end. I started getting slowly more anxious and more kind of mental health kind of issues, and a lot of the content related to that because that's what was happening in my life. And so it's definitely been something I wouldn't recommend doing. I would recommend if you're going to be a creator, do it at the pace that makes you feel comfortable. Don't do it because everyone else is doing it. Oh, people are doing it daily. That's crazy. Like we both kind of grew up on that kind of version where like, I don't know if you were in the YouTube scene much, but where daily vlogs were like the big thing. Everyone was doing daily vlogs. Like, and seeing creators that come out of that saying that's the stupidest thing they've ever done, even though they maybe blew up off of that, is the stupidest thing they've ever done because it's changed their life in mostly negative ways. Goes to show like it's not all perfect, unfortunately. So no, I can definitely see that. I do have a question here that I've waited over 40 minutes to ask you from Wolf. And so I will ask it here because I know Wolf's been patiently like waiting here. Can we see your tattoos and do any of them have any special meanings? Is the question.
So it's funny. No, none of them have any special meanings. Literally, they're all just here. Me and Haley have a matching tattoo, actually.
I recognize that one.
Have the same tattoo.
Is that on purpose?
In the same spot. No, it's not on the same spot. It might be on the same arm, but no, this is just like a generic white girl tattoo that we just both happen to have. She has it on I think she has it on the back of her arm here, but we have the same one. I saw her posted in an Instagram story or something, and I was like, oh my god. And I sent her a picture. I was like, do you have this tattoo? And she was like, oh my god, yes. It was the funniest thing. So hers
Haley,
is on the back
Flex,
of her arm.
y'all need to come up with a great story that like everyone believes that is like really funny to be like, hey, like we got this tattoo, this point, blah blah blah. Yeah. So have you and Haley met in person yet?
That'll be on Two Truths and a Lie. That'll be
true. It's true. Have you guys ever met in person yet?
No. No, we haven't. I know.
That better be a
I
streamed.
know.
That better be a stream thing, or I'm going to be disappointed. Or at
When I
least a video.
organize Ontario, when I organize all the streamers getting together in Toronto, we will meet and it's going to be beautiful. And
Can I come? I'm not from Toronto, but can I come?
everyone's invited.
Sounds good. Great. They're actually birthmarks and we're long lost twins. There's a fucking great one.
Story.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Beautiful story.
Believable. Believable.
Write a book.
Write a book. What's it called? The Sisterhood of the Traveling Tattoos.
Of a traveling white girl tattoo.
What's it called? That's interesting though. I like how there's no meaning to it. That makes it a little bit more interesting, not gonna lie. What was your first one then?
My first one was this guy. I got it the day after my 18th birthday because they were closed on the day I turned 18. So I went between college classes and I got this. Just at some I forget to like just look at it sometimes, you know what I mean? Like you have these things on your body and you just kind of forget about them. I haven't really like looked at this one in a while.
So if you and Haley ever met, or sorry, ever came over to the west side, the better one, but I mean whatever, we won't talk about it. What's it called? Would you get a tattoo, the three of us?
Absolutely.
Okay. I have friends who have been on Connection who would definitely do that just for the interesting side of things. I mean, I'm perfect.
As long as it's not like your Twitch handle, just like
Come on, okay. Brain graph across the forehead. No. That'd be okay. We'll come up with something creative.
Yeah.
Maybe a Canadian flag or something. I don't know. Something interesting.
Oh.
Maybe we'll just do maybe we'll do birds flying away, another white girl tattoo.
Oh my god, an anchor.
Infinity sign. Gross. Really though, Haley. Flex, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice.
Yeah.
Best piece of advice. I'm getting tired, so my brain isn't functioning as well. My best piece of advice. It is my bedtime, Brendan. My best piece of advice that I've gotten from someone. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. No, I don't. I can't. I'm trying to think of something witty too. Like, something about like, you know, wiping front to back, that kind of thing. Like, I just... Best piece of advice. I guess like a generic piece of advice that is true is like you can definitely like judge a person. You can judge a person based on like how they treat a waiter or how they treat a janitor. Not really advice, but like just like that's something that I take with me. Something that I find very valid. Don't bake Gorilla Glue. That's a big one.
That's a good one. Helps a lot of people from what I've heard.
Creates cyanide, in case you didn't know.
Oh, it does? That's what it was? Holy shit.
It'll kill you.
Holy shit. Haley. Holy shit. Thank God your chat was there. It does? Apparently it does. Yeah. Haley almost you know what I mean? Like by accident. It was one of those little moments. And then no matter one of those. Yeah. Just, would have made for good content. It definitely would have. I mean, you probably would have been, the clip probably would have been trending, but it would have blown up on TikTok. I mean,
it really would have, yeah.
You wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't, never mind. Never mind. Today I found out how to create poison. Yeah. The more you know. The more you fucking know, Josh. Exactly.
How to create poison. If you're going to commit a petty crime, do it as a minor. Like, we're just teaching you all the life hacks right now. Okay.
My goodness.
Write this down.
Speaking of, would you? This is one we haven't had in a long time.
Okay.
Would you encourage the younger generation to use social media?
Ooh. I would say, as a general statement, I'm not a fan of general statements. So I'm very much like, depends on what the younger generation's goal is. Right? And it depends so specifically on the kind of person who's using it. Because I feel like the way that the world is going, everything revolves around social media, especially in terms of like selling, in terms of like, you know, business and stuff like that, making connections, like everything's on social media.
Said the name of the show. I got a drink.
I said the name.
You got a drink. You got a drink. Should I continue on?
Yep. So I'm like, if we're gonna build a younger generation of like, I don't know, entrepreneurs and business folks and um philanthropists and stuff like that, I'm like, I would say yes. I would say yes because like we're living in a time where information is so accessible and so powerful. Like like a slightly heavy topic, but the fact that like when the war Ukraine and Russia, when that all started happening, and you could see TikToks from like in the middle of it, which was wild. You could see it all in real time. So I'm like, that's where we're going with things, like information being like immediately accessible. And I'm like, I feel like they should tread lightly, but I feel like the younger generation, like this is where things are going. Like you got to get ready and you got to know like how to navigate it.
Because it's definitely a
Yeah.
generation of information. And
Yeah.
the thing is that the information comes so fast. And
Mhm.
because of things like memes, so yeah, things get lost in what is sarcasm, what is satire, what is real. And that's another thing too, is you have like these things of like, okay, you're seeing these videos, but like these videos are something that maybe happened a couple wars ago or something like that. And there's also these
Yeah.
videos who are like 100% real, like you said, is those videos of like things that are happening like real time. You're like, holy shit, like this is
Yeah.
wow. And so yeah, so like there's definitely like parts of that is interesting, but I think there's two totally big sides of this. Is one is what are you using
Mhm.
it for? Is a great
Yeah.
question. Like is are you doing it for a positive of being able to kind of bring the world together, or are you using it in a
Mhm.
sense of mindless distraction?
Yeah.
And if you can find that way where it's not a mindless distraction, where it's actually you're finding something and building off of something, great. But if it's just mindless distraction, maybe not great.
Maybe
I
not.
don't
Yeah.
know. Like that's kind of how I see it in a sense is moderation, I guess would probably be the word I guess
Mhm.
I'm looking for
Mhm.
is probably what is the best thing for this. We talked a little bit about you and your burnout
Mhm.
and your feeling of burnout. What do you do to help decompress?
I don't.
Okay.
Brendan, that's the problem.
Okay.
We're not there yet.
So what can we do to switch that to change that around? What is if you think a relaxing day, what is that? What is the first what are the first couple things that pop in your mind?
It's I say this phrase, it's so interesting because everything is so interesting. Um,
Whimsical, even.
on like a on like a day off, for example, or yeah, a day off,
We're not talking like any chores,
I'm
nothing. Like I'm talking
nothing.
relaxing. Like we're not doing chores around the house. We're not taking out the
Mhm.
garbage. We're not folding the laundry. We are literally just having a relaxing day. What does that look like for Flex?
It's it's weird because like the first thing I think of wanting to do, I'm like, oh, I want to log on and I want to go on Twitch. I want to watch Twitch streams. That's something that people do to relax, right? But I'm like, am I watching Twitch streams to relax or am I watching Twitch streams to network? Am I watching Twitch streams to get inspired? Am I watching
Learn.
Twitch streams, like in that sense? So I'm like, am I truly relaxing when I do that or am I subconsciously still working?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know exactly what a relaxing day looks like. Maybe I'll go outside, you know? Maybe I'll, I'll
Touch
like
grass.
touch grass. I'll go to a store. I like to buy things sometimes. Like it's 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 I'm not there yet, you know? You outside, yeah.
So I'm going to challenge you here a little bit, Flex.
Mhm.
As you would challenge your clients, I'm going to
Okay.
challenge you in more of a mental state than a physical thing. The sigh of like fuck off. No, just kidding. Um, but the but I'm wondering what can you do this week that can help you relax to reduce to take the kettle off the pot a little bit more. What is one thing that you can do that is not going to be like, am I working? Am I maybe working? Because I feel that, by the way, that Twitch thing that resonated so hard with me. It's why a lot of people haven't seen me in the last week on Twitch and streams. So, and it sucks because I want to support my friends, but I
Yeah.
also got to realize that like my friends really inspire me, and that's the thing is,
Yeah.
and
And that's the
and
problem.
that's the problem. That's the thing too. Is like, I'm picking out the name from chat. I'm picking out Haley. Haley is someone who inspires me. Stuff like that. Haley is someone who works fucking hard. And I know Haley. I know you have your own burnout too and stuff like that, and you go through the same
Mhm.
thing too. But you make it look so fucking good. And so like that's the thing is like it's that's where my issue is that I'm trying to be the best that I can be, and then also trying to have times where I relax. But it's like it's like playing a video game. On that is you get that thing where you're like, I could be streaming this, I could be working, and you're like, oh my god, I can't fucking enjoy this game because I'm streaming it. Oh my god, like it's that weird sense where like this is a relaxing thing that is no longer a relaxing thing because it's became something that you do assign to this or something else like that. And so
Yeah.
Twitch has definitely become that in a sense is how can I improve and get better. So yeah, and I mean there's time to work, but there's also time to relax. So what does relaxing look like to you, and what is something you can do this week that is going to be relaxing to you?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a nap. Maybe I'll do that.
Start.
Take a nap. I don't know. It's funny because there was this thing going around on Twitter where you would get tagged in it, and then it was like if you get tagged in it, share 5 hobbies you have that aren't streaming or gaming. And I was like, wow, I have maybe one. It's working out because that is my job. And anything beyond that, I'm like, there's not a. I stream and I work on my stream, and I watch other people's streams, and like that. I don't play video games offline. The only games I play are on stream. So I'm like, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll start a game. I'll sit down and play a game for myself.
That works too.
It
I
could
will
be
say though,
something.
here's my challenge to you. You did a good job, by the way, because I know it's a lot of it's hard to just kind of look into that stuff. And I think a lot of people have been there. You mean like it's in, but I'm going to flip the script on you and put it on yourself. Is that you said yourself is that you hate those people who work so hard and they don't have a day off and they don't have a hobby and so that. Look in the mirror, Miss Girl. With the girl, but I will say,
Get a hobby.
at least you notice it though. At least you're noticing it though, because the worst part is not even noticing it and thinking that's not a problem either. And so I will say is one thing I would suggest that has worked for me in the past is writing down all the hobbies that you currently do or you would like to do, and do one thing that pushes you towards at least one of them.
Yeah.
My DMs are open. Write that list and send it to me. That is your homework from me. Flex. Let's call this to find a fucking hobby or something that is not streaming. And then you're gonna make one step to do it. That is our shake on it. Yep. Thank you. Let's go. That is our deal here for this week here. That's what I want to see here is that you're like, fuck you. Let's go. You're like, what did I sign up for? What did Haley get me into? But I think is it's important to decompress. It's something that I struggle with too. So I'm not doing it just to shine a light on you and be like, haha, look, streamer, don't take break. Cause like that's what I do. And I found myself too many times doing that. And I will say is the times I've been happier is when I actually do take breaks, and the time that I've enjoyed my content more is when I take breaks and come back to it. That is the most exciting thing to do, whether it's in anything, whether it's content or something else, but content's the most relatable thing for me at least. And so that would be kind of what I would say there in that sense.
Thank you.
Of course. Let's see here. When did something start out badly for you, but in the end, it was great?
Something that started bad, but ended up great. Something that started bad, but ended up great. You're really killing me right now. My whole brain cell is running around my skull right now. Something that started bad, but ended up great. I guess kind of going back to like my PT journey, like starting out at the commercial gym, which was good in a sense, but then it became bad. But then the skills that I picked up from that allowed me to take my business elsewhere, and then that turned out great. I would say, yeah, because it was really bad for a while. It started out like pretty good, and then it got really bad. But then it turned out okay because I gained a lot of skills. I gained a lot of relationships in that job that I was able to take with me as well. So I'm like, that's a thing, and that job or yeah, that job kind of opened a lot of doors for me in terms of like my own business. And yeah, that kind of if I had tried to like become a PT on my own without starting at the commercial gym, like I would not be as, I guess, successful as I am now. Yeah.
Gain those life skills kind of from or like those learning skills, those foundational skills from that job to kind of bring over. Yeah, definitely. I can see how that would be, because obviously, like, I don't know PT training at all or anything like that, but I wouldn't want to know where to start. But I think is having that kind of that commercial background is kind of knowing how to do things. So that's an interesting way of looking at it for sure.
Yeah.
We got a question from the audience. Oh, actually, shit! I just realized we had a question from Tim that I forgot to ask from a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Tim asked 2 hours ago. Sorry, Tim. I'm sorry. Is Bren short for Brennifer or Benjamin?
Brangelina.
Is that a final answer? Right? Why? What?
You strike me. You do strike me as a Benjamin. It seems like it was just a little typo on your birth certificate. But like it's quirky and
I'm kind of quirky. It's funny because it's not the first time I've gotten Benjamin from more than one person. There's a lot of
it's fitting. I think it's fitting.
Thank you. I am a Benjamin. Yeah. I am a Benjamin. We also have another question here. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Benjamin. I'm Benjamin. You can call me Bren though. And then continue on there is we also have another question here from Haley. Haley goes, Flex, what is your biggest tip to break out of stunted growth when it comes to streaming, and what has helped you?
Okay, so far, because I think I'm still fairly newer to like my streaming journey, I have not specifically reached, I know I'm gonna hit that plateau. I'm kind of in the middle of it right now, and I kind of haven't broken out of it yet. I'm in my stunted growth period, because it happens to everyone. I'm trying to think of like objectively. I'm like, what am I doing to break out of my stunted growth period? Perhaps like the change in the schedule could be it. Perhaps like networking, unfortunately, is like a huge part of it. And I think that's why this month I've accepted like more stuff like this, like more like collabs, we'll say, like being on this stream. I was on another stream last week. I did like the studio showcase. So just meeting more people, kind of like, and introducing yourself to more communities too. Just getting like more eyes on your name, just so you become like a familiar name in different communities. I think that's a big deal. Kind of like those communities that you spend a lot of time lurking in, start chatting in them. I think that is a big thing. Because obviously, as a lot of us know, maybe some of us don't, like the biggest thing about, or like one of the biggest steps, especially something that really helped me, is like making friends on Twitch. Don't think of it as networking. Like I said the word networking, but like, yeah, don't think of it that way. Think of it as making friends. Because I was like, when I was still a viewer, I was in like only one or two communities, but like I had established myself in those communities before I even started streaming. And I think that's how I hit the ground running in that case. So I'm like, in terms of like, let's say like stunted growth, like chatting more, like getting into more communities, like people like, it seems like making more content is like a tip that you hear a lot, but I think that like just making more friends, I think would be, and I'm not a professional, so don't take this to heart, but I think that's like a big thing that you can do, and something that you definitely have control over too.
It's true. Exactly, because I mean, you never know how algorithms work. Sometimes you just don't post the right time, and that your content's great, but you're just not getting the right thing. And I mean, and that's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow when you're making fire content, and people are telling you it's fire content, but it's not blowing up. And you know who those people you are? Your fucking friends that you've made throughout this doing this stuff. And that's the thing is, I definitely will agree with you on that. Is I think is the friends are what kept me going. Like in the sense, it's like whether it's been me basically being like, hey, like this is really sucking, like I'm really struggling with this, whatever it may be. Like I've been able to go to those people and be like, hey, and then they come back with like, yeah, like I've felt this too, and so I gotten I will say though, it's too is you're part of the Bren's resonance now. What's it called? You got my back. You what's it called? You've had my back here, and now I got yours, type of thing. And I definitely have some amazing friends all around the world that I know are very eager to network and able to, and meet new friends and stuff like that. And it's not easy. It's not. And I think one thing I learned fast about Twitch is that people don't network as much as I thought they did, because it's awkward. It's uncomfortable to go out of your way and be like, hey, I stream. Want to be friends? Like, it's not easy. It's really uncomfortable too. And unfortunately, the people who did it in a way that is just looking to benefit themselves only is really ruined it for the rest of the people who really wanted to do it for other people. And that's hard. That's like really difficult. So no, I can definitely understand that kind of side of things too, is how difficult it is to network and stuff like that. And I mean, even my show is based off of networking with people, and I find it hard. So I get it. Like, I get
You
it.
find it hard, than the rest of us are.
Yeah, and I have to do this
We're in trouble.
I have to do this every week at least, and find creators for every single week. So I mean, I hope that what I can do is provide a platform where it becomes easier for creators to work together. That is kind of my goal, because I have some amazing friends that I've made on this show that I'm so grateful to have met, and I've gotten to the point where I can almost kind of vet people to the point where, like, I know what I'm going to get before I even get them on the stream, and I know they're not going to be an asshole, which is great.
That's great.
Exactly. And the thing is, and I cannot tell you a name that basically is like someone who I was like, oh my goodness, that I was like, this person's really annoying. Like, I'm fortunate for that, because we've met over 50 creators, and I mean, someone's got to be an asshole type of thing. Like, the fact that I can't.
It'll happen.
I mean, it will. It will. But let's go. I'm gonna enjoy the time that I have with these amazing creators as well and stuff like that. And so, and be very fortunate for what the friends I have made. We're gonna flip the thing here. We're getting near the end here, but I got a couple more questions here for you. If you could ask a single person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who would you ask and what would you ask? And they could be dead or alive.
If I could ask a question, I've got one question.
Correct.
One question that I could ask anyone. Okay, so the way my brain is approaching this is that I want to ask something to Amaranth. We all knew who Amaranth is. I love her. What would I want to ask her? I would ask her, do you want to go to lunch with me? No, I would ask her, man, I would ask her something of all people. She's the most fascinating to me. I would ask her what she does in her free time, because that's the thing about her, is that she's one of the most hardworking people on this platform. She's a genius. Yes, she's brilliant, and she works harder than anyone else. So I'm wondering, like, what does she do to decompress? You know, what does she do to unwind? I could take a tip from her.
Amaranth on Connections.
Amaranth on Connections. Can we all tweet at Amaranth?
Hey. I'm just gonna quickly write out a tweet here. Give me 1 sec.
Amaranth, if you're watching.
Let me just fucking type this out. It take to get you on my podcast Connections.
Who knows? She might say yes. She might say yes.
I shot my shot once before. I got a reply. I didn't get them on the show, unfortunately, but I got the person on the show, or on the reply. Which, hey, that's a dub in my opinion. Okay, let's see here. I'm just gonna pop this up here. Tim! Oh, I love you, Tim. Oh my god, I love you. I'm one step closer. Yo,
one
Tim.
Step closer.
Tim.
She's got the emotes.
Finger guns. Podcast about human connection.
Thanks, Tim.
Human connection. It's called connection. That sounds weird. All right.
Don't overthink it. It's only the icon.
Okay. Chat, I need you to go to my Twitter here.
Okay.
I need you to retweet the tweet. Hey, Amaranth, what would it take to get you my podcast about human connections with a smiley face? Aw, Wade Ski. Thank you, Wade Ski, for the thing. Oh my god, we're almost at a hype train. You guys are crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys already got a like, a retweet. Oh my goodness. You guys are nuts. I love you. Let's see here. Let's pop this open here. What are you doing here? There we go. Let's see your desktop here. Go like this and retweet this. Thank you, Haley.
Thank you, Haley.
Go and like and retweet these. Please, chat.
Did you just tweet Amaranth?
Validate me. I might have. Was it to you? I saw the note of.
I like that you put a smiley face at the end. That was
friendly.
really. That's really.
It's friendly.
That's gonna drive it home.
It's really friendly, right? Thank you, B. Had to come out of lurk. I was like, yeah. Hey, we're shooting our shot. This is the year of shooting our shot, right? I need a retweets and likes if you guys can. That'd be great. Maybe a comment there. Thank you, Haley. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The retweets there. Thank you. Thank you, Gub. Thank you. Likes. Thank you. I'm Flex. Thank you. Thank you.
That is so funny.
Thank you. I love you all. Let's go. But yeah, no, is that would be nuts, wouldn't it? Would that be crazy?
Yeah.
It'd be crazy if she came in chat here too, and we're just like, we love Gabber so much. But I will say though, like just on this fact of it too, is like, thank you by the way for anyone that liked or retweeted that. You guys are fucking awesome. I'll be looking at that one more time before stream ends here as well too. But I will say is it should be illegal to be as hot as Amaranth. I actually I'm on the wrong screen here. I'm on the wrong screen here.
Yeah,
I will say though,
bring me back.
Bring me back. Give me the spotlight. I will say though, I actually have a small connection to Amaranth. I have someone who knows her.
No way.
Yes, but it's been a long time since they've conversated, and it sounds like the closeness has frayed a little bit, unfortunately, because of that thing, and her getting big in a sense like that. And there's certain small things, but yeah, damn is right. But why I'm interested in her. No way.
Tell us why, friend. Tell us why.
Is because she pushes boundaries of Twitch so well to try and see what the new thing is going to boobs. to see what the because boob was. Okay, chat, fucking calm down. Horny jail now. What's it called? Is I think that Bubba's what's it called? Is I really think that like she's smart in what she does. Like the fucking girl bought a 7-Eleven. Like
Brilliant. Who would think of that?
Keep them wondering. Exactly. And it's like, you know what fucking makes money? 24 hours a day? 7-Eleven. But you know, 7-Eleven. She knows she has it and she used it and she's loaded. What? I'm confused, Haley. That's my brain. And now she's loaded. Oh yeah, no, totally. I agree. I think you're not hurting anyone.
Do it.
Figure out a way that you can make money off of what smarts or physical attributes you have.
What assets you may have.
Facts. Exactly. The thing is, like, I'm all for it. So like, I think she is the most. I'm more interested to see how, as a business person, how well she's done, because I think she's so incredibly interesting. Wolf. Thank you for the sub. Oh my goodness. 7 months and starting the hype train. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Wolf.
Aw.
Thank you. Aw. Tim, if you had a chance to watch her Vice doc about her, it's wild. She has a monster work ethic that would burn me out in a few days. I'm sure it'd burn out anyone in a few days. Like she is a behemoth of a creative, like, mind. Like, she is so brilliant in what she thinks of, and so that's why I can definitely I understand why you would ask the question. It's a Twitch kind of, it's not someone who I watch consistently, but it's someone that I love how don't laugh at me. I love how she works. I will say though, there's not too many times where I get inspired by her, because I know that there's no way I'm gonna be able to recreate what she does. That's that's partly
her target
why.
audience is a bit different than your target
Small
audience.
bit. But I would love to know how the mind of Amaranth works. I think that would be brilliant to kind of see. So if you agree with me, I would love if you go and share my tweet on Twitter. It's got 4 retweets and 4 likes. I would love if you guys go and do that for me. Thank you, Tim, for the retweet. I love you. And thank you, Gub, Flex, B, and Haley for the likes there as well, and the retweets too. Thank you so much. But no, hey, it's shooting your shot. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. We've done this one before. Maybe like if you have some friends they want to like retweet or tag or anything that makes this kind of pop off a little more, that'd be great. Yeah, exactly. Maybe. Hello, anyone? Any friends? We'll see. This is only the first few minutes it's been posted. Some of my friends are streaming right now, and I mean, I'm sure they'll love to harass me and be like,
I'd be very confused. Very confused, but
it's like hey, confusion creates interest. So I mean,
engagement, yeah,
exactly. That's what we're about. However, we've approached our last and final question. As this hype train rolls out, we go with it. And this question is the same for everyone. Sorry, I partly read Haley's thing and then my brain was like, okay, Dallas. Thank you so much, Haley. I love you.
Bye, Haley. Bye.
Give a hug to Dallas for me and for Buddy, please. I love you all. Bye. My favorite little family. Was if you wrote, pause, champ. This is a question that gets asked to every single creator, and you, my friend, are no different. My favorite because I always get interesting things. However, I know your brain cells are love you too, buddy. I know your brain cells are fighting to keep awake here, and I'm sorry for keeping you past bedtime. However, this one, say what feels right. How about that? That's what I'm going to say here, and that's what we're going with.
Yep.
Flex, if you wrote a book about your life up to now, what would the final line say and why?
The final line. The final line. The final line. My brain is going towards something about like, so remember, like, all this money that you've made is not going to buy back the time you've lost making it, something like that. Because again, like, a big part of who I am and a big like portion of my life that really shaped me was when I was glorifying my grind and when I was making a shit ton of money and not sleeping and not eating well and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's funny because like I made so much money during that point in my life, and I'm like, I don't have any of it anymore. So like maybe whoever's reading my book, don't do that because it's cool in the moment. If you're not smart with it, it doesn't matter, and you've just wasted a lot of time and you've just aged internally for literally nothing. So something along the lines of something, imagine what I just said, but like poetic and like condensed of like, don't like run yourself into the ground for a paycheck or for anything. Yeah.
Wise words. Some whimsical words from the wise from our wise friend here. Chat, can you please spam that love for our wonderful friend that we made on Connections here today? This has been the amazing, the wonderful, the lovely, the very creative, I should add, FlexAndFlora on Connections. My goodness, Flex, thank you so much for your time today and hanging out with us and sharing your stories and how you came to be in the stories that have made up the wonderful creator that you are and the wonderful person that you are as well. You've inspired me, and I'm sure many others, to continue on this kind of crazy grind, which is it's cringy, I'm sorry. This crazy journey, let's put it, of streaming. And that is something that is very, very meaningful to me. You've already impacted my life even before we even got on this call. And so for that, I'm very fortunate. And I hope that someone else can take away what I did too. So if you haven't already, chat, I'm going to put it probably more than just one time, but there is the one there for you. If you haven't already, go follow Flex. on the socials and on Twitch. Make those lights go woo woo for the rest of the stream if you can.
Wee woo.
Wee woo if you haven't already. What's called if you follow, you get the little light show in the background. I'm saying it's kind of an incentive. However, Flex, this is the point of the show where I give the floor to you to shout out anyone or anything that you would like. While I go and find us a raid.
Say my full name that I'll follow.
Oh, are you? He's called me Gubbo. Cry.
I'm kidding. He's called me Gubbo. I was getting ready. I'm like Gubbinator. Okay, follow me now. Thank you. Guys, thank you so much for having me on the show tonight. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Words are hard, so thank you for listening to me try to string them together into thoughts that make me sound like I know what I'm talking about. If you want to follow me on the Twitch machine, the link is right there. I will be live again on Thursday at 2:30 EST. We play Fallout 4, Skyrim, and a lot of just chatting. We also do community jigsaw puzzles, where we do them together, and it's very, very fun. Yeah, go ahead, follow them, their socials. I'm most active on Twitter. I want to get back into TikTok, though, and YouTube. So go ahead and just drop a follow everywhere. This was a lot of fun. And if anybody, streamers, non-streamers, has any sort of like questions, my DMs are always open. I'm very open in like how I do what I do. So if anybody has any questions like lights, channel points, bots, yeah, call me, okay? I got you. I will hook you up. Yeah, let's
Let's go. Thank you to whoever did that.
Thank you.
But yes, if you haven't already, you see all the things from Wolf there in chat. There are all the links there. Go and hit those links up. Go follow on Instagram, Twitter, on Twitch. You have a YouTube. You have a YouTube.
I do have a YouTube, but it's very small.
What's it called? So go follow on all those things if you haven't already. And go check out Flex. We will not be disappointed. There's a very, very smart creator, and I know we've gotten to the last of the brain cells at the end of the night here, so maybe the brain cells running around the last little bit isn't maybe totally sold you, but I can promise you puts on one hell of a show every single night. However, I think your answers were great. I returned from my power outage. Well, Tony, unfortunately, you showed up at the end here. We're about to raid out, but I appreciate you for hanging out for most of the stream here, Tony, as your power would allow you to. Flex is being of pure RGB. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. The Twitter lights. Oh.
Thank
you. What's going? If you can't hear it, I'll do it then. Those are the raid things there, because Streamlabs doesn't have a sub, but that's fine. It's okay. It's all right. If you have a sub though, you can use it. So if you have raid, if you're not subbed, raid. If you are subbed, raid 1 or raid 2, you choose. As we're going to raid out here, I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting the dream of a young Vancouver creator here. I will say is thank you so much. You are supporting a absolute dream of mine, to connect people from all around the world together. And the fact that you guys decided to come and hang out with me and spend the most valuable time, as we talked about today, is time. And you decided to spend that with me and our wonderful friend Flex on this lovely Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday if some places in the world. So thank you. Thank you. I cannot express enough how grateful I am for your time here today. It is an absolute pleasure that you decided to hang out with us today. And I hope that we can see you next Tuesday when we interview W.H. Frenchie, an Australian content creator, which is big on men's mental health, an absolute legend, a great friend that I met from those of you that know Andy Righteous. You might just know him. I don't know, maybe. A great friend of, a good friend of his, as well as Bees and many other friends there too. There's a lot of friends. Waybay is another one that's a friend of Frenchie. So a lot of friends in our community here. So if you want to be a part of that, that's next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, Pacific Daylight Time, I think it is. And yes, if you want to go follow me, I would love if you followed me on Twitter. Go tweet that tweet at Amaranth. Here, let's go fucking pull it up one more time here.
Go,
if you haven't already, I see there's another like in there too. So thank you whoever liked there. Go like the tweet. Go retweet the tweet if you want to. Maybe you just interact with it. Go comment in it. Get it on Amaranth's For You page. Oh, that was weird. I get notifications. I don't know. Just tag Amaranth like Haley did. Just do something, please. You can also send it to your business email, even though it's not. Yeah, it's not as fun. That's not me. Come on. That's not how we shoot our shot. We slide in the DMs. Just kidding. But I will say is thank you so much to each and every one of you that decided to hang out with me today. I'm more than grateful. Words cannot express how grateful I am for you. If you'd like to check me out on any other things, I do have some socials somewhere and something. What do we got here? I don't even have them on my stream deck. That's all right. Post a TikTok and make it go viral. Don't try me.
Yeah, just make it go viral, Bren. Make it go
great,
viral.
Thank you, Tim, for the You Do Great, Bren. There is my TikTok. This is my Twitter and my YouTube. You can also find everything on !socials. I love you all. Drink some water. Take care of yourself. And please, can you please help me spread this love one more time to a friend of many friends of mine? Oh, hang on. Is it? Hold on. Pause, champ. Did I not realize? I think it might be follower chat.
Oh, no.
It is follower chat. Okay, I'm going to find someone else just because I want you guys to be able to meet them without having to feel that need to follow right off the bat.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Who we got? Let's see. Actually, you know what? I got one right here. I got one who I know will not be in there, and I mean, some of you might know him. Let's see. Where'd they go?
Where are we going?
Actually, someone else popped in my mind who I just saw here. Let's see. Please don't be follower only. I wish I would tell you before. That'd be great. That'd be lovely. Where did they go? There they are. No, I clicked the wrong one. Did I click it right? You know what? Yes, we're gonna do this one because it's been a minute. Pause champ. Thank you, chat. Thank you for the pause champs. We're gonna go our little friend that we love here. We really do love here. And oh my goodness, I see some friends are also in game with this friend here. It's our good friend Andy Righteous, our lovely friend Andy Righteous, our good friend of the channel who we've known for a long time. This will be actually a part of history on Connections. We've never double rated someone more than once on Connections. This will be the first time that we're ever double rating. But I think it's fair for my good friend, Andy Righteous. Yes, a lot of you know him as Wandy Righteous. You also might know him as Righteous Kitten, exactly as Wolf does. Andy Righteous, an amazing creator. If you haven't seen Andy before, please go say hi to Andy. He is a lovely creator, a great friend of mine, an East Coaster as well. Go spread that love one more time. I love you. Drink some water. We'll see you on Tuesday, if you will. Maybe in the Discord too, if you want to join the Discord. I love you. Take care. Peace out.